I suppose. Smog. Let me restart that. Smog. It blankets the city of Ludus and Lusor like a storm raging on those unfortunate enough to be beneath it. Peering through the smog in resistance to this monochromatic world, a dance of color can be seen. Greens, pinks, yellows, and more spill from every light and sign. There's one place in the city where folks can come and find help, and that's tonight's special. Here in my speakeasy, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mr. K. What can I get you tonight? As we are in the tonight's special, the three of you are at the bar, and you are in front of a relatively well put together gentleman who's just introduced you himself to you as Mr. K. And yeah, what will you be having?
All right. Well, Charlie Wenders, my character, who is this kind
Mhm.
of tall, lanky, blue-colored furbolg. Well, he's dressed as a priest, got the like classic black garb with the white. Don't know what it's
Mhm.
called, but you know the
Dog
priest look.
collar.
Yeah, the dark color.
Hmm.
He'll kind of push up his glasses and awkwardly look around. And you just say, "Would I just be able to get a water?"
Water. Sure. That's we can sort that. No problem.
Don't
Um,
want to be a bother, but yeah, thank you.
as he goes back to the tap and fills up the water, and for you too, sir, ma'am. See, puts the water on the bar side.
Thanks.
Rook
Yeah,
just
can I get the same thing but the water solid and then a little bit something strong put in the glass if that's all right?
the
Oh,
the water solid. I see what you mean in there. 1 second, and he throws into a glass. You see a circular, spherical ice cube, um, and he pours in a bit of liquid that seems to color the glass here as he slides it over. It almost is this sort of just translucent gray liquid that goes through.
Thanks.
And you, sir,
well, thanks. I'd like a cider, please.
cider, lovely. Um, one cider. Do you sell on tap, or would you prefer a bottle?
Yeah, I don't mind. Just whatever's convenient for you.
No problem. So as he pours one from the tap, you see this lovely bit of foam that he just slides off of the top of the glass, puts it in front of you there, and says, "You all seem like a more capable sort. Walking in here, you seem to be well equipped for what comes."
Uh, y'all, I've been in this town for nigh on 100 years. Shit happens.
I'm sure you've seen quite a bit then. The streets
Oh,
are not easy.
oh hell. You should have seen some of this shit I saw before here. That was another 150 years. Mind you, I was
Oh,
a kid for like 100 of those.
oh, I see. I was only a kid for, probably about 15, and it felt like a bit longer, but you know, I'm sure that have quite a you have quite a bit of experience and plenty of stories to tell.
Yeah. So yeah, out of game,
Hmm.
my guy is a spring Eladrin, so he's got like his hair is kind of like. Have you ever watched Doctor Stone?
Yeah, yeah,
So it's kind of like that, but not sticking up. So
right.
like it's blonde, but it's green at the ends,
Mhm.
and it's like there's almost a green tint to his skin in certain lights. And
Mm,
but aside from that, he's obviously an elf.
Mm.
absolutely, that's awesome. Yeah, I just love the long-lived races. It's always
Oh,
good.
interesting to be able to play with that.
It's fun. I should talk to you about the Eladrin I'm playing in a campaign at some point. You would I think you'd enjoy some of the shit about his backstory.
Awesome.
But back to the game.
Yeah. So over to he looks at our other two individuals and says, "What about yourselves? You're capable. Seeming that
Uh,
way."
you go first. And I'll look over to you, Ash.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Mr. K, wasn't it?
Mr. K, yes.
Yeah, Mr. K. No, you don't by any chance know of my daddy's establishment? He runs the Firelights, the boxing ring downtown. Been situated there for quite some time.
I think I've heard a bit of that.
Yeah, so we also provide muscle, so yeah, you could say that I'm equipped.
Hmm, that's interesting. I actually don't partake too much in the fisticuffs and individuals fighting between each other. It's not my scene. I'm more about helping the common folk. That's why this business is here. And you, sir, probably one for helping the common folk, judging from your choice of clothing.
Yeah, no, I am very much the same as you. I'm kind of just tagging along for the ride here. Never really been in one of these places before.
Um, Speakeasy.
Yeah, well, it looks nice here.
We try and keep it nice.
Water's
Generally
nice.
speaking. Thank you.
Yeah, nice and cold.
Yeah. The outside world has a lot of things, criminals, gangs, even the law. It can, well, people can end up on the wrong side of all of it. And when people end up on the wrong side of what's nasty out there, they come here to get a helping hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of relate to that a lot because I'm a I'm a I'm a priest here for the Morning Lord. You've probably heard of him. I've actually got, and I rummage in a satchel at my side. I've actually got a couple prayer books here. If you'd like to just here you go. This can also lend a helping hand and help you out in times of trouble. And I
Takes
just
one
kind
of
of
the
like
books.
awkwardly push a prayer book
Mhm.
across to counter to him.
Well, we can all use a bit of comfort in these times, so maybe it'll work.
Yeah,
Who knows?
absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't know if you are the ones who would be able to help me with this. I, I have a bit of a rat problem in my cellar. That's they moved in recently and they won't leave. So I wouldn't mind if you would be so kind. I would reward you kindly and this prospect of more work when that happens. When you solve that issue for me.
What size rats we talking?
Big, bigger than the usual. One was quite a fat one, just had a bit of that mean look to him.
You know, we're talking like half a foot long, couple of feet.
Yeah, I don't know, a few feet, that sort
Few
of thing.
feet.
Yeah, more than two.
You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I can help.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it from all of you. So, if you would very kindly follow me down to my cellar, I will open the door for you and let you deal with my rat problem.
Uh,
Thank you very
Did you
much.
say, Mr. K?
Sounds great.
As he opens up his cellar, you see a stairway leading down, and you hear the sound of sort of crackling fire that comes from uh, that section, seeming to almost like greet you with a bit of warmer climate than what is out on the streets.
And I kind of sidle up next to Ash if I'm able to,
Mhm.
and just
Mm.
quietly. Hey, it was. I'm Charlie Wenders, but I don't actually I don't actually deal with rats that much. I've never been too fond of the fellas, so I might uh, you look like you could kind of handle the situation on your own. I'll just be back a bit, and I can assist you if you need any healing or anything. I'm sure you've got it covered, if that works
Um,
for you.
As part of words always helps.
Yeah, yeah. And the Morning Lord is watching over us, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, well, while these two are doing that, Rook just kind of puts his fingers in his mouth and whistles,
Mhm.
and this metal greyhound looking dog made out of like gears and bits and pieces comes up to his side,
What?
his
Yeah.
steel defender, and just like
Awesome.
sits.
Mhm. All right. Yeah. Um, as you're standing at the precipice of the cellar, what are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna approach this?
I'll follow I'll follow your lead as I look to the two of you.
Rook is what's your papa's name?
Uh, my dad, you wouldn't know him. He went back to the Feywilds. His name was Tannel.
Tattle.
Tannel.
Tannel. All right. Well, how light is Tannel on his feet? Is he quite clunky?
Oh, my dad? Or my dog?
The dog.
Oh, the dog's name is Pawn.
Oh.
He's heavy.
He's heavy.
Wha-
All right.
He's made out of metal. He probably weighs as much as I do. What you thinking?
No, just try to get a look at the place a little bit first. See what we can see first before we go guns blazing. I guess.
All right. Well, I think I look at Charlie, and like Charlie doesn't look like the type who wants to take the front line, and I figure I probably got out of the three of us, I've probably got among the best armor. So I'm like, I'll take the lead and see what I can see.
Now, DM, how bright or dark is it in here?
Um, you see that there, as you kind of like look down into the cellar, you see that there is a bit of sort of green light from one of the lamps inset into the wall that seems to be casting a bit of shadow. You see, just from the top of the stairs, there seems to be a mixture of wood and carpet
Mhm.
inset to the floor in the room. But other than that, you are unsure.
If need be, clicks fingers produce and just holding juice flame as a light source if need be.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I'll kind of like tap my little staff that's at my hip myself, and I'll cast light onto it.
That's a
Awesome.
good trick.
Yeah, it comes from the Morning Lord, of course.
I
Nice
can't quite
genetics.
I can't quite do that, but I got a trick. And he grabs his blacksmith's hammer off his belt and just touches the hammer, and it just lights up. It's not as bright as the light cantrip, but
All right.
it's
Wow.
glowing.
Who do you worship?
Y'all, I don't particularly worship anybody. I don't got time for gods.
You don't have time for. How do you do that then? What's
I,
who's
with my tools.
tools? Huh. Weird. Anyway, I'll just say a quick prayer
Y'all ain't
before we
heard
head
of
down.
arcane casters before?
Arcane casters? No. No. Stay away from the arcane myself. Evil stuff. Anyways, I'll just say a quick prayer, if that's all right. We could all hold hands before we head down, if you guys are comfortable
Uh,
doing that.
Y'all can hold hands with yourself. I'll take a pass on that.
Okay, Ash. kind of arms
Do y'all
outstretched
need
towards
to
you.
actually hold my hand?
Yeah, it works together. Me and you, both our hearts into this towards the Morning Lord. Pray he'll bless us.
You know what? It was Charlie, right?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Charlie.
my
You
name.
know what?
What?
Sure. Why not? And she like,
What?
well,
Really? Wow. Okay.
yeah, why not? I mean, normally
Okay.
we're for the matron of ravens, but sure.
Matron of Ravens. Well, anyway, yeah, I'll say a prayer. Morning Lord, please bless us as we rid this world of these dastardly evil creatures that we are about to come upon. Guide us in your holy light. Thank you. And I'll cast Bliss on Ash.
Cool.
Awesome.
Fantastic. As you finish your prayer in front of the open cellar door, you hear a bottle tip over, and a sort of hushed bit of like somebody speaking, like says a mild curse under their breath from within the cellar.
Now
I guess
that's interesting.
I guess it's no time like the present. Do we want to go down proper?
Just check my spells.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you guys.
I'll take the lead,
Yeah, right.
and I just start heading down with my steel defender walking at my heels.
Awesome. You see, as you guys head down this set of stairs, the room opens up, and you see half of the room is what you'd expect for a cellar and a speakeasy, sort of storage and different drinks and foods, sort of stuffs that have been kept down here. But the other half seems to have books and like a dartboard, and you see a set of four chairs around a table with a lantern that has sort of green light uh, bathing this table. And there are four individuals, and one has just spilled a bottle onto basically a set of maps in front of him. And he looks and he's like, "Oh, sorry, Jim. That's so expensive." And he's like, I will absolutely cut you out of this deal if you make even one more mistake. I don't even care if you trip up on your way out of that chair, all right? Like, oh, looks at the three of you coming down the stairs.
Oh,
Uh, how do you do?
Howdy.
Might have find you at night. How you guys going?
Yeah, we're doing all right. You're here.
A deal, huh? What's that about?
Why don't you just walk back up on stairs and yeah, we'll just call this one a draw. How does that sound?
were these the rats they were talking about? These the rats?
Maybe, Charlie. You, Mr. K sent us down here to sort out a rat problem. Now, you're not the
Ah,
type of vermin I need to get rid of now, is it?
Mr. K. Yeah, man, that guy, he runs this place like it's some freaking charity. What we know is that we own this street, and when we want to take over his section of business and do whatever we do, that's our business, not his. So you can just scamper back up, and these rats will just stay down in the cellar, all right?
The other rats. Oh no.
Nah. You see, I've been in this town a while, and I kind of like it here. And I sure as hell cannot stand a pest problem, because the problem with rats is if you leave them alone, they just start breeding.
And breeding.
Well, that's just a real big shame, because now we're gonna have to kill you.
What?
Y'all are welcome to try.
Stand up, boys. And they all stand up, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Right.
Great.
As let's get these guys into initiative. I need
Ooh.
an initiative tracker here. Where's
Oh,
my
true. That's right.
where's my initiative? I'm losing it. Where's the thing gonna go? No,
Do we need tokens out for us to roll initiative?
that would
or-
probably be helpful. Hold on 1 second. I'm finding your tokens and throwing you on the map.
We can, I think I can check. There we go.
Yeah, we can grab our own tokens and chuck them on there.
Let's move you all to the right
Oh, cool.
map.
Oh, that would probably help.
Mm-hmm. All right, so throw you guys yourselves down on. Can you see anything at the moment?
I
it's
can
black.
see I can see a whole lot of black.
Let's go Rook, Ashranti, and we need a Charleston, who's apparently up the front. That's not where I want you to be.
I'm gonna try reloading. All I see is black.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
Interesting. Guys should be hopefully coming through.
Yeah. Again, I just tried reloading. All I see is I got nothing, just black.
Because this whole town's just shrouded in darkness, you know?
Yeah, it's
You haven't got the
The smog.
fog of war or anything up?
let me just double check. Make sure that it's not. Yeah, that'll be one.
It was fog of war?
Yeah, let's just turn that off and
Hey.
Oh, there we
bring
go.
bring the light back. All right. Awesome. No, that's very cool. Sweet.
Oh.
So now we need our initiatives. Off to a great start. Hey guys, this is what a warm up game's all about.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is the one.
Do you want us to re-roll, or do we, you're just gonna manually put them in the tracker?
I just need an initiative tracker here, which would be lovely if it all.
Why is it
Thank you.
doing that?
Why is it doing that? Hold on.
Why is it doing that? What are you doing?
Ah!
Old
My
Rook with his
original roll was a 5, so you know that's great.
advantage.
Love that for
Um,
me.
all right.
Eh.
Boom. All right. On the toolbar. There we go. There we go. For some reason. All right.
Do we do that? Oh, it added in.
That's everyone's rolls. If we're getting that right.
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. All
In
right.
my original one, eh?
Mm-hmm.
There we go, 12. We got decimal points. Look at this.
That is the like the breaking ties thing.
Ah, cool.
Which is the who has the higher dexterity, but that's on by default in the
Oh, yeah.
thing, and apparently the turn order is not going to automatically do it, so we're good. We're fine. And Ashranti, you are second to last. Ash, there we go. Doing great. As I'm not sure. Charleston, what's your dexterity?
My dex is 10.
And Rook?
14.
Okay, cool. Then we'll just do that.
Nice.
Lovely. And we will get this combat underway. Please go back to start. Okay, we'll get this combat underway. As this one up the sort of top side stands up, and he is gonna run towards you guys. He's got a knife, and he's rushing on over. What's our man's move speed? He charges over with a speed of 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. He gets up to there. He's gonna just go straight for Rook, and with his knife, let's click a button and
Sorry,
see
I
if.
think was like more in front, like next to sort of
Yeah,
Sweet. No, that's cool.
I'll
protecting.
get back,
Yeah.
If you guys want to move yourselves around, that's cool. For
Cool.
the thing, that's sweet. Is that
Yeah.
everyone where everyone wants to be, including
Yeah,
Thorn
yeah,
and
probably
Rook?
more.
Perfect.
We're all good. We're all good. Sweet. As he rolls up, he's gonna swing at Rook and completely go wide with a 6 to hit. For his thing. He doesn't have anything else, so that is over now to our guy in the back who is gonna 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. He's gonna have to dash to get in there. And our guy in the back, he, as we go into his thing, he is gonna open up his own knife out of his sheath, and he is gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 6. He's gonna dash up on you guys there, and sorry, Rook. It's now
Yep.
your turn.
Well, I think Rook is probably going to go for this guy here.
Mhm.
So I'm still using the starting gear. I don't know if we were supposed to change that at some point.
I think
Okay.
it's just starting gear.
Okay. Well, so yeah. So in that case, I'm going to just hit him with my mace.
Mhm. Very nice. Awesome. Love
Let's
that.
go.
Let's go.
That's a good sign. First
Heck yeah.
first actual hit of the night, and it's a crit.
Awesome. Love it. Roll that damage. Let's see it.
That's 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Cool. And that's just against this guy up here, or was it
That's against this guy in the hat.
that guy in the hat? Love that.
Okay, so then
Awesome.
second attack with my mace.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure 12 doesn't hit.
Oh no, it does not.
Okay, bonus action. I am going
Mhm.
to command my steel defender, pawn, to attack this guy down here that I'm pinging.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, and where is his? Okay, hang on. Gotta get his thing again. I had it open, but it closed when I refreshed the window. Okay, so that is a force empowered rend.
Force empowered rend.
That's the name of the ability. Pretty sure a 9 doesn't hit.
No, 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. And he's going to move to here because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
that's my turn.
Awesome. Love that.
Nice turn.
After yours, we have a Charleston.
Okay,
What is our priestly friend gonna do?
He is like visibly shaking.
Mhm.
Obviously not used to situations like this, but he's gonna fumble for his staff, which has this like really nice engraved sun on the tip of it. And he's just gonna point it out towards the dude in the hat.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Yeah, our guy in the hat.
The guy in the hat.
They're
and
all
I'm just
technically
gonna-
wearing hats, but it's the main man in the hat.
The hat
main-
token.
Mhm.
Yeah. The main man. And I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Awesome. Love that.
18 to hit. Oh, no,
18
sorry.
is
I need to roll to hit first. That's damage. If
oh.
I hit. This could be a complete fail. 14 to hit.
Armor
No.
class is 15, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay, so I completely miss, and I'm just gonna laugh under my breath, awkwardly, and then I am going to cast Hidden Step and go invisible.
Ooh. All right. Nice. Very cool. You disappear, and the 3 goons that are around Rook and Ashranti look at each other. We got a mage, man! And Ashranti, it's over to you.
Could I? Sorry, real quickly as well, Holt. Could I just move?
Sure. Yeah,
5,
please.
10, 15, 20. Can I just sneak around there?
Yeah. For
Awesome.
sure. You're fully invisible, so they don't know that you're moving around. But for the more perceptive of you, particularly Rook, you can hear the of your friend running around the back, which is great.
Cool.
Ashranti,
Now, a
Ash.
couple of things. How do you run like flanking rules? Don't run them at
Um,
all.
I believe the standard rules is you don't. It's an optional one.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna say it's not a
Cool.
thing for the sake of it.
Oh, that's
Um,
fine. I just wanted to triple check on that
yeah.
one.
No.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's not why I put pawn there either.
Yeah.
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 Click, click. So basically, hanging on a carabiner, it kind of looks similar to I don't know, like a police baton. And if you think about like Natasha Romanoff, like if she
Mm.
like flicks it and that's her quarterstaff and pops out, and
Yes.
she's gonna go
Ooh,
smack, smack.
It's so cool.
that's
At
awesome.
the head honcho, I guess.
Now, I did bless you, but I am a complete cleric noob, so I think that only lasts for a minute.
Minute. And it's
and you
probably been longer than
be
a minute
past
at this
the minute,
stage.
right?
I'd say you get at least a couple of rounds with it.
Okay.
Awesome.
For sure.
And
Oh,
it's a D4 added, right?
Yeah, extra D4.
well, I mean,
The attack rolls and spell saves and all that sort of stuff, eh?
any
Yeah.
saving throw.
It's so not attack rolls?
No,
No, it's
attack rolls and
throw.
any saving
Any
throw.
saving throw.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool. Well, in that
Yeah.
case, that first hit with my quarterstaff would be a 14.
14
Oh,
is a
And you can
miss.
only use it once, right?
No, you
Um,
can keep using it for the minute, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
To the
until the
bless.
minute's
And a
up.
24,
Yep.
I'm assuming, is going to hit.
Yeah.
There
That'll
we
hit.
go.
Nice. Now, which, because it's
Because
two-handed,
it's
right?
two-handed,
Mhm.
it'll
Cool.
be the 9 points.
Love that.
And then kind of tucking it under being a monk, hop.
Mhm. Oh, love that.
Then
Oh,
18,
excellent. Yeah, hit.
Awesome.
6 points.
Yeah, absolutely. The fury that which you guys smack through this guy, full on mace strike to the side of the jaw. You hear that crack, and rolling up with your staff here. You miss on that first strike. However, coming back around with the other side of the quarterstaff, smack into the other side of the jaw, and then as he's kind of reeling a bit, you just slam him straight in the face with
Yeah.
the right strike. Just love it.
Yes.
And finishing off the initiative, the guy is who's like was cleaning up the bottle is looking over and is like, oh right, yeah, and he comes over realizing
Someone failed his perception check.
he was not as ready as the rest of everyone else, and he rolls up and uh he's just gonna probably, I don't know what this thing is, man, but like I hope it can be stabbed, and he's just gonna go for a a regular strike against this thing. And we'll see how the man does. All right, with an 8, just clangs against the metal. He's like, that thing's not natural, man. Like, uh, what am I supposed to do here? It's like, just fight the thing, man. They're like, I don't know. And they both turn towards each other as we have the guy who was going after Rook, who started us off in the initiative round 2. We are gonna see Bandit Man. I need to pop out.
Okay, so the guy who's attacking me,
Mhm.
my steel offender is going to use his reaction to
Okay.
impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Woo! I love that. Okay, nice.
Awesome.
I'm just also realizing that I can pop out these windows rather than reopening them every time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know that's handy, isn't it?
yeah. So we're gonna do that, and our bandit here, he's gonna pull out a scimitar. He takes the thing, doesn't really thing. The pawn jumps up at him. He goes, "Ah, damn, fucking dog! Is that a dog?" He looks at you and he's like, What mask? Okay. And he and that's his picture. That's what he's got. Poor guy. And this other guy's gonna go after Rook as well. He's gonna attack here with a 15 to hit.
15, I catch on my shield.
Awesome. Yeah, no. Goes with the shank and just batters away with the shield. And he looks at this man. This I don't know if we can do this, boss. He looks over to the guy. He's like, just freaking stab them, all right? And it's the boss man's turn as he is gonna show you how it's done. And he is going to unleash with a multi attack here, and he's gonna go with big machete sort of style thing. Attacks over towards probably he's gonna go towards Rook for the first one.
Yep.
Solid miss.
Yep.
And then after seeing that with you with the shield, this difficult target to hit, he's just gonna whip right over to our boxer, and as takes a solid swing. Just no, you see it coming. You just dodge out of the
Mhm.
way, and it's gonna follow up with a dagger strike. Man, this is not a great day for it. All right,
Did he just roll 2 nat ones in a row?
It's a good day.
it's four. There's 3 net ones from those guys there, which is perfect.
I think the metal dog just has him totally off guard. Like
They
they're
have
like,
no
what
idea
the
what
fuck?
that thing
What the
is.
fuck?
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah. Awesome. Yeah, no, so that's him. As he does his big multi-attack. Rook, that is over to you.
Rook, I just
Okay,
realized that Rook and Pawn go together. That just
Mm.
clicked for me.
Yeah.
my dog.
And
So good.
you know what? I'm going to show you guys why Rook is called Rook.
Oh.
Bonus action. Phase step. Teleport to here. So I just boom.
Just castled.
It's not even a spell. It's a racial.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
That it is hands down one of the best racials.
Mm.
Okay, and then just going to go 2 attacks on Mr. Hat
Heck yeah.
with the mace.
Love Mr. Hat. Yeah. Favorite character so far.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh. Mr. Hat's not long for this world. Yep. Hits. Wasn't expecting the mace from the back of the
9
head. Yep.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, mate. Takes
How's
that.
And then
Yeah, he's not feeling great. You smack him around and you see he's bruising up on all the sides of his face. You can see his jaws like slightly to the side. It's like, oh, all right, man. I don't know if we can do this. And he looks to the other guys and they're like, what?
And then I follow it up with another mace attack for my extra attack.
Love that. Perfect.
That's a 26 to hit. So it's just
Awesome.
like I bashed him one way and then I'm catching him the other way.
I don't know if we can. Yeah. And
another 10 points of damage. And because I didn't issue a command to my Steel Defender, it's going to take the dodge action.
Sweet.
So all attacks on it are at disadvantage.
Sweet. Yeah,
and that's my
that's
turn.
cool. Awesome.
How's Mr. Hat's hat doing? Is it all right?
I think with the 2 mace strikes, maybe the first one it's still kind of staying on, but with the second one cuts across and it just pinwheels off, and he's hatless. You see like a bald head kind of going back, and it's like, damn. After all of that, it's just like he's trying to summon some bravado, but he just can't quite complete the ritual there. And Charleston, it's over to you. Your invisible self hidden while this guy's getting bodied.
Yeah, well, it's the start of my turn, so I pop back visible again.
Whoa!
And I'm just gonna go this guy directly in front of me.
Mm,
I'm gonna hit him with my staff.
hmm
Bonk.
Well, I am
Nice.
doing
Uh,
that wrong, right?
That's.
Oh, ooh.
I
Okay,
think you're
so this way.
you're just doing.
There we
There we
go.
go. There we go. That's the one. Yeah,
Awesome.
that solid bonk.
Bonk, and then it's just that +1, so 3 damage as I come back to the land of visibility.
So that's against which one?
This guy directly in front of me. How do I'm pinging this? Is it that?
Click and hold your mouse button.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. So, just that one directly in front of you, right?
Yep, that guy right there.
Cool. Yeah. You do a
3
solid whack to him. You can see that, like, even with that 3, like, he's actually taking more of a beating from that 3 points of that little hit than the boss man has been taking from just getting, like, beaten around. This guy's not
Uh,
not great for it.
oh, okay. If I realize that, then I'll kind of
Mhm.
push up my glasses.
Oh yeah.
And I will cast Spiritual Weapon as a
Sweet.
bonus action. Can
Also,
I kind of
yeah.
make? Oh, flip. What am I? Oh, I
Yo,
don't know what I
glasses
just
push.
created.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I meant to just draw a shape.
hmm
There we go. Yeah,
Perfect.
try to cast Spiritual Weapon. It's kind of just like a mace with the head of a sun.
Yeah.
And then when I
Brutal.
cast that using a bonus action, when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against all creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
hmm
So can I
Yeah.
go for Mr. Hatless?
Mr. Hatless. Yeah, sounds good.
And that is, I should have read through this. Is it just it's just a spell attack, right? So 6,
yeah,
Yeah.
just spell attack.
21
Yeah,
to
that's a good
hit.
hit. Good hit.
Awesome. And that is 11 damage on Mr. Hatless.
Nice.
Whacks him. He's like he spits out a bit of monochromatic blood onto the floor. And he's like, "What? Ah!" And he is not enjoying life at the moment.
Nice.
Um,
Monochromatic blood. Are we to assume this is all just in like
yeah,
noir
this is
black and
all
white? Now?
grayscale. Like that's
Oh,
the
this is great.
Except for the lantern.
except for the lantern
Yeah,
and
that
like
was okay.
the lights and electricity and that sort of thing is like all in actual color.
That's
But it's
awesome.
otherwise just in grayscale. And as that's our Charleston,
Yep, that's me.
that is Ash.
Right.
This guy's
Same
looking.
verse, much like a first.
He's on the ropes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, same verse, much like a first. Quarterstaff, 21.
Oh, yeah. That's a much better first hit than what you rocked out there.
6 points on the first.
He is spinning at the moment.
Nice.
Another 20. Not natural, just a
That's
dirty
a solid
20.
hit. Yeah.
8 points.
With 8 points, you do whack whack with the two sides of the quarterstaff, spinning off of the first one. Boom, TKO, hits onto the ground, and the other 3 guys are like, "Oh God, no!" And they're not so keen on sticking around now that their boss has been knocked the frick out. So you can see.
Um, if I have the ability to bonus action, if he's just knocked out, I'm just gonna step over him to the whatever one is closest to them, and sort of just like grab the chin and is like, "So you want to talk now?" If I have that ability to.
Yeah. Let's say that you can instead of doing the sort of bonus action like punch because you got
Yeah.
that sort of thing, you can kind of like do the grab, and I'll instead of doing an attack roll, do an intimidation for me.
Very
Actually,
nice.
not good at that. I have.
I mean that's what you're doing.
have-
So
I have no riz, man. I have no riz.
you
Look.
gingerly caress his jaw, and he's
Time
like,
slows.
I I am so confused about what's going on right now. And he's not sure about what you mean by talk. So he is just like, and kind of you almost think you see some color, but his like skin just kind of like darkens. And yeah, that is the other the other three guys are the other two guys. The other two guys are not as interested in seeing whatever's going on here. More so now. They look like they're seconds away from running. So
That's me.
that's you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, with that, we've got our guy in the back who got whacked by Charlie, and he's just gonna try and run at this point. Actually, he's gonna take a disengage action. Yeah,
Okay.
good. And he's gonna sprint up these stairs and kind of get there, and that'll be him. Say he's at the top of the stairs if you want to clip him on the way out. The guy who's being held in your hand at the moment, he's looking at you. So and I'm gonna make a wisdom save for him.
Hey.
So he kind of like grabs the wrist and he's like, "Well, we can talk a bit later if you want in something, you
Oh,
know."
honey, you ain't my type.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna leave then. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna poo. And he's gonna run. He's gonna dash though. So you can get that attack of opportunity
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's sprinting away with little regard for
Yeah,
his own
yeah. If I
safety.
get the attack of opportunity to,
I think you all three of you do
I think
yeah.
so.
technically.
I'm definitely gonna. I'm be like, no. Where you
Four.
going?
Yeah.
no.
So that's a hit.
17.
Hit. And I'm pawn gets one as well, right? Does he?
Uh,
As a thing?
he's gonna save his reaction.
Sweet, no worries. Uh,
Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
um,
Why am I rolling light hammer? It should be. Yeah, there we go.
as
Mace.
this guy, he tried his best.
He did.
He tries to leave, and all three of you just crack him like right on the back of the head. He kind of like he's running, and then he just like loses all purchase on the ground, and then just onto the floor. He might not be getting up from that one anytime soon. As he takes too much damage.
I probably should have specified, but I would not be doing lethal damage.
That's
yeah,
fair.
no, neither.
No, that's
I don't want.
completely
I don't want to get in trouble for killing somebody.
fair. That's completely fair. What about Charlie? Was he doing lethal
I
damage?
think he'll just freak out and whack him. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
I love that. It's like,
Bonk. Just bonk.
yeah,
yeah, you'll hit him.
like probably not trained to like hold punches or anything. He's
Not
just
at all. Nah.
whacking. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. Awesome. Well, that's his turn. He's knocked out severely, and apologies, I appear to have done the wrong guy for the one who got away previously, but this guy is gonna equally run and dash. So Pawn can take a bite at him on the way out if he so chooses, but that's
Mhm.
over to you.
Just, yeah.
No, he's gonna
No.
save it. Cool.
Uh,
That guy gets away then
okay.
as he sprints up the stairs. Awesome. Well, Rook, it's over to you.
Okay. So
With one guy at the top of the stairs.
Yep. So well, first thing I'm gonna do is going to use 5 feet of movement. Go to here. and I am going to try and thorn whip this guy.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, nice.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Toll that hits. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 5 points of damage, and he's pulled 10 feet towards me.
Yeah. Nice.
So then more movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am going to move to here.
Nice.
Then pawn. Actually, I don't. I can have. It's interesting. I don't actually. If I want him to attack or do something or take a specific action, I have to use my bonus action. But he can move on his own, so he can just see what I'm doing and come up here without me commanding him.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we're blocking the stairs,
Nice.
and it's just
yeah.
like no. And I just say to the guy, "I'm sorry, we're not done talking yet."
Awesome. Yeah. He's flustered as he gets whipped down, and you seem to just like almost just sidestep him as he's like tumbling
Yeah.
down the stairs a little bit.
And then I just say follow that up with, now you can leave here like your friends, or we can have a little chat, and you can leave on your own 2 feet. Which would you prefer?
um look, as evidence to the contrary, I'm kind of one of the few people left standing in the situation, so I'd like to keep it that way. If you don't mind. So yeah, I will wholeheartedly accept your gracious offer.
Good. I can see you're the smart one out of your friends.
Yeah, it's not a lot of smart people in the biz. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah. Now, would you please enlighten us as to what you were doing down here? Specifically.
Quick question: are we now out of initiative, or
We'll
are
be out
we?
of initiative at this
Okay,
point,
cool.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's
Um,
no enemies left
Yeah.
at this stage.
okay.
At least nobody putting up a fight.
Hmm.
Well, in that case, can I start using some rope to tie up the other two dudes to
Yeah,
pop
no.
them up against the wall? And I do have a thing that I can do with my key points.
Hmm.
Um, I'm using my key points. I can do a healing hand,
Hmm.
where basically I can slap people awake with a d6 of healing, so they
Okay.
can all talk together. So we can
Cool.
get the story straight if we want.
That's awesome. How many do we have in here? Is it 2 or 3?
3,
3
including the big boss,
Yeah.
which I'm apparently.
standing on top of. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
awesome.
I kind of imagined you with just like your knee in his back and his arm twisted around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He wasn't conscious, but definitely for sure.
I feel like Ash would do that anyway.
Mhm. It's probably a reasonable assumption. Um, so yeah, you have one guy who's conscious. Do you want to res these other two up to consciousness?
Yeah, so I like after tying them up and propping them somewhere,
Mm,
I'd be using that my hand of healing, because I have hand of harm and hand of healing with my way of my monk.
yeah,
So basically just kind of on each side of their cheeks to heal them and wake them up.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Where
can
do you want to
all
put them?
uh, down here somewhere.
Yeah, cool.
If
Up
there's
against
somewhere
the
there to
bookcase.
prop them up against and tie them up.
I'll help you drag them over.
Why can I not move this guy? Okay, he's over
Eh,
there.
Okay.
It's just we hit him so hard we knocked him off the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna put another Mr. Hat token down there.
Mhm.
And the other
Yeah.
guy's gonna stand against the bookcase. looking
Uh,
down. If that's okay,
yeah, I think
join the rest of the people.
I'm gonna have yeah, so I'll go over and join them, and I'm gonna have Pawn just kind of like guarding the bottom of the stairs, just like
Mm,
kind of like doing that thing dogs do, where they like they're haunched forward a little bit and they're just staring.
Mm-hmm.
mm, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. The three of them, the two that were knocked unconscious, come to. Um, the leader of the group looks very much the worse for wear. Um, he's got like some missing teeth, and you know, uh, he's coming to, but he's definitely nursing one heck of a headache right now.
Mm.
Um, and the three of them look at you and says, "Well, what are we supposed to do now with this situation?"
Yeah, what are we doing now? Are we?
Well, I feel like these fine gentlemen were in the middle of planning something, and I mean to
Hmm.
find out what that was specifically.
Well, I don't know if you have heard of the guy who runs everything in this town. A guy by the name of Don Evans. Well, we separated away from him, and our illustrious leader lined us up a score that'll set us up nicely. Unfortunately for us, he happened to come along, but fortunately, we can give you the ins and outs of that particular plan, and as a way, you can let us live, let us go, and you can take the score for yourself.
Guys, do we really want to get caught up in all this Don Evans business? I mean,
Now, out of game, would my character have heard of this Don Evans?
Um, you can roll a history check if you if you'd like.
Same question.
Mhm.
Would Ash, and especially through her father's business,
Mm.
known of Don Evans and
Yeah, I think with your particular connection, I'll let you if you want to, I'll let you roll an athletics check um, for your particular boxing ring knowledge there.
That was a 13 on history.
Nat 20, baby.
Baby. Um, yeah,
Because my dad was a crook.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
was a crook. Not a crook anymore.
yeah.
So,
With a 13 history, Rook, you've been in this town, as you said, a long, long time.
yeah.
Um, and you have seen quite a few different things. Uh, this Don Evans, you're actually not quite sure. He doesn't seem to stay in the limelight at all.
Mm,
You've probably heard like a little bit about him, but
mm.
it's mainly in just like, oh, uh,
So he's
y-
heard the name, but he doesn't know much about it.
yeah, for sure,
Okay.
hearsay at best.
Yeah.
Um, for you, Ash, your dad, his club that he used to run back when he was in the criminal sort of element. Don Evans wasn't like the direct like controller of that club, but he was the one who was all the way up sort of profiting off of the fight fixing that your dad was sort of taking part in, and he actually managed to get out of that whole sort of ring and syndicate with
mm,
more probably damage to him and physically
Mhm.
and mentally than he ever lets onto you.
Mhm. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Surely we just
I would probably.
surely we just gonna Mr. K, right? Tell him we got the rats and can be on our
Well,
way.
hold on. I'm not mighty fond of people pulling this sort of shenanigans in my town. Now, you say you've got some sort of score. I would like you to elucidate me on the details of who you were targeting.
Well, you may use some mighty fine words, but uh, the ones that I'm like would love to hear is we promise to not kill you and let you go if we give you such information
Oh,
as that.
if I was gonna kill you, you'd already be dead.
Well, then you have no problem in saying it, do you?
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. Might call a few people I know who wouldn't be mighty happy about what you're doing here, but I won't kill you.
I think I'm going to start talking now. Hector runs a warehouse out the sort of more library side of Ludus and Lusor. It's small business, but he has a particularly valuable bit of cargo hiding within his shelves. I think he's some kind of smuggler or something along those lines. Our fair lady caught wind of that particular item, and we were going to hit it tomorrow night. That is the plan, but you guys can do what you like with that information. The address is on the plans over there. If Steven's accident hasn't rinsed all of the records of the actual thing, wasting malt liquor like that anyway.
Now you said my fair lady. I'm assuming that's your new boss.
Uh, yeah, that's the one. That's our new boss. The
Is
one.
Can
that?
can I inside check that as he says that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
15.
Um, Ash, were you wanting to as well?
No, no, no.
Sorry. Cool.
I'll do insight. I'm decent at insight.
Sweet. Um,
Mm.
cool. Rook, you see that he doesn't seem to be sort of giving any telltale body language of lying or anything about it.
Mm.
Charlie, you get the feeling that the reason why he's a bit squeamish
Mm.
about the topic is less about the fact that she is his boss, and more about the fact that because she was his boss, he's in this situation that he's
Yeah.
in right now.
Yeah, I got.
This bit of uh, dislike going towards her.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So
Uh, so Rook turns to Charlie and Ash and says to him, "Well, this gentleman's been mighty talkative. I don't have any particular objections to letting go. How about the two of you?"
I mean, I think I might have a question or two more if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Why don't you do that while I go look over these materials that they've got on the table here?
Yeah, and
No,
while
you
you're
said
doing
my.
that, Ash, I'll just get some prayer
Yeah,
books ready to give them for them to take on their way out, if that's all right.
No, no,
absolutely.
no.
Now
They
that is a compulsory thing. You must take these books and you must
Yes.
study them well as well. You hear that,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely. I could take your addresses potentially as well, and I could come maybe spend some time reading through them with you. And
I'm not looking to join any parishes.
This is
Alright.
compulsory for
now.
us to letting you go free.
I'll write the
With
location
your
of the
neck
church
still
down.
attached.
I'll write the location of the church down on them. I'll get them ready.
Now, this lady that you speak of, the one that was giving you this job for to go get into Hector's warehouse. Does she have any names, or do you just know her as the lady?
She goes by a couple. Yeah. The one that we generally call her is Serena, but the fair lady is more of her title.
Sorry, I am writing notes.
No, that's all good.
Mm.
He looks to Charlie. You know, it's not an easy life, this one, and a lot of damage just got hit into my jaw. So all of this conversation, it's hurting something fierce. I would very much appreciate that their prayer book from you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Lathlander can make any situation better. He can brighten up any day for you. Uh, I'll walk over and give him a prayer book.
Let's we'll take the prayer book, and as he does so, looks over at you three and clutches it tight. It's like, I wish that you hit me before I left the dawn, because then I wouldn't have pissed off two masters.
Now
Thanks.
would y'all be looking to go somewhat straight and narrow, though? What I want to know.
It's been a life, not one easy for any of us here. You guys kind of nod in unison.
I mean, I'm holding his hat, so I'm going to put his hat back on him before I untie him. Look,
Kind of takes the hat. Really knocked it off well.
you look like you can hold yourself. Look, definitely take that prayer book and look over it, but you definitely look like you got some muscle in you. If you ever need anything, and she's going to pull out a business card to the firelights, hand it over. You can tell my daddy that I sent you.
Takes it. You know, I met your dad once. Knocked the guy's teeth clean out. Didn't have to pay for a dentist after that.
Well, some say that food's bitter mushy, so. I mean, have you had mashed potatoes? Like, with a good amount of butter and some garlic? Mmm! Alright, I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
As he stands up, am I free to go? Taking the prayer book in two hands.
Rook comes back over and says, "Well, one last thing," and claps his hand on his shoulder. Cure wounds.
All right.
You want me to roll that?
Yeah. Let's see how much it heals. him up.
5 points. Not
Yeah.
nothing.
I didn't realize earlier the healing that I did before with my punches, it would have been a 6 for the one unconscious dude, which would have been big hat dude.
Yeah.
And then 4 points for
Mm.
the dude's chin that I was
Is
holding.
adding wisdom, I assume, or something.
No, it's a monk ability.
Oh, sweet, cool. Yeah. So heal him up with this, and kind of expression softens a little bit.
Mm.
Looks to the three of you. I appreciate, even though I came at you with knives, you coming at me with something softer.
Y'all aren't the first person to pull a knife on me. Y'all won't be the last.
Hmm.
I,
Amen. Right, Charlie?
Amen. Yes, amen. Lathlander be with you.
I hope, for your sake, it's not the Don's men that pull knives on you. And with that, he takes one step, gingerly,
Yeah.
just watching for you guys' reaction,
Yeah.
and then he'll keep going.
Yeah, and my steel defender just kind of like steps to the side and jerks its head at him.
Looks down at it. This is still a freaking weird thing. It just goes up the stairs. The two guys follow him, and yeah, you see a set of plans, about half uh a half whiskey soaked in on the table.
Now,
And
I have a question. Now, it's not in the description, but would you let me clean that up with mending?
you know what? I like where your head's at with that. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's just like I just
Awesome.
walk over, put my hand on it, and you just kind of see like the whiskey pouring out of it and the text
Mm,
going back the way it was over the course of
yeah.
a minute.
That's real cool. And
If I hold a glass, can you get the whiskey? Like, in there?
yeah, no, that's awesome. I
Well,
love that.
unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the ability to shape water. You know, if we
Uh,
had a wizard here, that'd be a different story.
Um, you can improvise depending on how hard you want the whiskey. It's in a puddle on the table.
Okay, well,
But
I will. Can I can try and control it a little bit? In like, can I like tilt the book and mending it out into a glass four?
yeah, diagonally hold the book while you're mending it.
Yeah, just to kind of like, just like
Get the
she's just
drips.
holding a glass under it, and it's just dribbling into it.
Yeah, sure. You pour out for this is probably like a quadruple shot of whiskey amount of whiskey that was just like soaked into the book. It's real big waste, but hey,
not
with your friend
anymore.
here, not anymore. And you see in this book, it's sort of like a collection of different notes and maps and things. There's one that's a sort of street map that shows you the way. It's marked the warehouse, um, which is just simply known as Hector's. And you see, and the sort of notes and things where they're supposed to be in the plan, but you don't see much more than that. So they're supposed to be there at about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. They close business at 5. So already this evening, their business is closed. They've got security guards, like a couple of guards that patrol the place, and they seem to have some kind of surveillance system set up. Um, what that means, not elaborated on further.
Huh. Well, that was exhilarating, guys. People actually took my prayer books for once. I didn't have stuff chucked at me, and I wasn't kicked out of the place. Um, I'm happy to. I'll tag along with you two if you'll have me. Are we gonna? What's the plan? What's the go?
Well, I think we should first settle up with them
Mr. K.
upstairs, Mr.
Yeah.
K. And but I believe we should collect up all these materials and give them a good looking over at our leisure. Now, I don't think that the owner of this warehouse would be take too kindly to us showing up this late at night saying, "Hey, somebody's gonna rob you." but it gives us a bit of time to decide how we want to approach this situation.
Well, and I mean, we can always go to. We can head to the firelights. I mean, I'm sure that. I know a thing or two about Don Evans.
Hmm.
And I'm sure he probably knows something about Serena, so
Hmm.
we can always pull some resources there if we need to.
Yeah. Okay, another question out of game.
Mhm.
My guy's been around the city for a century. Would he
Mhm.
know of Ash's father?
Uh, I'd say do a. You'll know of this individual. Do a history check to see how well you know them.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, it probably was about like 30 years ago.
Hmm.
That you met up with um that you met up with Ash's father.
Hmm.
Um, you knew when you knew him, he had a real brutal streak.
Hmm.
And he was winning fight after fight, sort of in his heyday of career.
Hmm.
Um, you heard a bit about of the sort of more skullduggerous side
Yeah.
of that business,
Yeah.
but judging from your character, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that's not something that you ever particularly took part in.
My guy's more like in terms of like neutral versus chaotic,
Mm,
lawful versus chaotic. He's pretty neutral.
mm,
Like he's not particularly worried about the law.
mm,
In some ways he's even a little bit chaotic, but it's like n- towards the good side. So basically, it's like as
mm,
long as bystanders aren't getting hurt, if
yeah.
everybody who's going in is knows what they're signing up for,
Mm,
yeah, that's their business.
mm. Yeah, so you probably heard about him being particularly a powerful fighter
Mm,
in the scene. Um, Probably a little bit of rumors about something a bit more shady going on.
yeah,
But then you heard he settled down for building his own gym and
yeah.
kind of changed a bit
Okay.
in people's assessments.
What was his name? Like, what did he go by as a when he was going as a fighter? Like, what was his like nickname?
Ash.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I literally had put him in my backstory as my daddy, and that was it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you can think about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, just like come up with something.
yeah.
All right. So you have this set of plans. At this point, what is your next move? Where are you wanting to head?
What do we even share this with Mr. K? Because did he know what these guys were doing down here?
I feel Mr. K would be happier not knowing the specifics.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability and all that.
Rat problems all solved.
Mm,
Yeah.
You would know him as the grenade.
the grenade. Okay.
Grenade,
Love that.
yes.
That's awesome.
Wayne the grenade. Embers.
Wayne the
Nice.
Grenade Embers. Love that so much.
Well, Ash Embers. You
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, Wayne the
S-
grenade Embers.
Wayne
Nice.
the Grenade
Nice.
Embers. That's so cool. Yeah, so just need to have a flashback sequence when we go see Wayne
Yeah.
the Grenade in his heyday.
Yeah. No,
Um,
we don't need the flashback sequence. We can like because this guy probably does. I don't know if this guy how well this guy would remember this random elf he ran into 30 years ago.
yeah, probably not, but you never know. You're a
I
pretty
mean,
unique
you
guy,
know,
so
Did he
I'm a
have a
pretty
robot
unique
dog?
guy, and it's like, well, yeah, I got a robot dog. I imagine basically like my guy's backstory is that he's done all sorts of different shit. Like, let me see, I've got
mm,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 different tool proficiencies.
yeah.
So it's just, and 2 of them I can change on a long rest as well. But yeah, it's like my guy's done all sorts of shit.
Love
Mm,
that.
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Just add like so many different jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Mhm.
he's just been around the city doing different shit for an entire century. So
Mm,
yeah, he's probably a little bit of a like people are like, oh, that guy, fuck.
mm. Sweet. Just to clarify, before we head on to the next thing, um, that you guys are more than welcome for the session to use everything that you're going to be using in the sort of main game, if that's your character. Just in case that wasn't clear, I was just thinking back to the question about starting equipment or what we're doing.
Mm,
So feel free. This is effectively the same character and gear and everything that you'll be
okay.
using for that main game.
Okay.
So
So we don't have. I just was under the impression we'd be given like a gold budget to improve our gear.
not currently in the warm-up
I
game,
think
as far as
I
I know.
Okay,
think
I
just
know for the
simply
warm
they
up
were
game.
just. I think they just said those couple of magic items, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like we're given the magic items, but it was said that we would be given a chance to get to improve our gear because like if we're level 5, we wouldn't only have the starting gear. We would have
Mm,
picked up bits and pieces of equipment.
mm.
So, but that's just something that needs to be clarified later, I guess.
We'll
But
clarify it before
yeah, it's not
the thing,
urgent.
and I'll throw that at my other GM, and we'll make sure that you are all kitted out as you guys need to be for the
Yep,
final
nice.
deal. All right, so you head back upstairs, unless you have
Mhm.
any other business you want to discuss here.
Um,
Um,
I was just gonna say I might just look around the room,
mhm.
um, just to see if there's anything else weird and funky, anything like taped under the table. Like they were looking at things, but maybe there was other weird shit around.
uh, sure. Do an investigation check.
I'm not playing my rogue. This is not gonna be good. Oh, okay, not bad.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Um, you see, as you look around the room, it's like there's kind of an interesting sort of array of different books and stuff. You catch though one of the books in the sort of collection there has wood where its sort of pages are and is painted to look like sort of pages as you kind of like yeah twist it around a little bit. You open it up and you see inside that there are cigars laid out in the book.
How many in the book?
It'd probably be about 8, like cigar case sort of thing.
I'll take 3. Put it back.
Awesome, love it. They're quite like decent cigars as well. um And yeah, are you storing them on your person?
Yeah, I've got like a leather jacket cut off, so I've got
Oh
like
yeah,
inner pockets. I just
yeah, in the inner pocket. Love that.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's kind of all you see around here. Um, as you head upstairs, anything else? Anyone else want to do? Cool. Mr. K looks over at the three of you exiting the cellar plus pawn,
Mhm.
uh, and nods with a look of appreciation. Well, one of those rats came out like a bat out of hell, but the other three kind of came out with a bit more look of forgiveness on their faces. I don't know what you did down there, but potentially you showed them a bit of the light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, and Rook looks over at Charlie. I'd say we put the fear god into him.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need to fear the Morning Lord though. You don't need to fear him. He's caring and he's there for everyone. He'll look after them. He'll guide their ways. But Mr.
Oh,
K, I was
yeah.
wondering because obviously this isn't like a new issue. They had a whole setup down there, like a darts board and drinks, and was that where they were
Look,
living?
no, that's my private room for
Oh,
more
Meetings.
reputable customers or meetings to be had. Unfortunately, they took it upon themselves to move on in there and swiped a couple of bottles on their way. They flashed the steel at their hips, and I looked at them. I'm not, I'm not touching that until some fine, lovely exterminators were able to deal with them.
Yeah, well, happy to help, but for the record, they were a bit bigger than 2 feet long.
I said a few feet.
Yeah,
Well, to be
you did.
fair, they only had 2 feet each.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Sometimes being an exterminator, sometimes it's just turning vermin into pets.
Well, ain't that the truth? Looks around the bar, the speakeasy here, and you see there's a few different patrons of all sorts of different, age groups and species around here. They all seem to be enjoying, and there's like a warmth that kind of sits over this place. And he nods to the three of you. Uh, Thanks for taking a bit of the cold out of the place.
Happy to help.
You have free drinks here whenever you're wanting. Please
Really?
on me. Yeah,
Oh, I'll
absolutely.
have another water in that case. That'll be amazing.
Yeah. Would you
Why don't you treat
perhaps like
yourself to a
some?
glass of milk, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that actually. Do you have milk here?
Not milk, but we do have juices. Is that?
Really? Well, yeah, I could go for a juice, thanks. Man, this is a fancy place.
He takes what appears to be like the only bottle of juice that he has, and and he pours you a glass and says, "Well, thank you. Uh, I don't have anything more for you, but this is this is the place if you're wanting to find work. So check back here in a couple of days, and yeah, happy to supply you with more if you're willing to
And
help."
and Rook just leans on the counter and just says, "I am perfectly happy to take you up on your offer, but you do realize how long my kind lives for, don't you, Mr. K?"
Let's hope the establishment closes before you live your long life.
Oh, no, you seem like a decent sort. I hope you've got a long and prosperous business life ahead of you.
I certainly hope so as well.
And Rook's being just like totally sincere about this.
Hmm. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of subtext to what he's saying, though.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just
Mhm,
I mean, yeah, Rook tends to do good. It's kind of like if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you fuck with me,
mm,
he's got Fey blood.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. So with that wrapped up, you're on the streets of Ludus and Lusor. What are you guys doing? You've got this information. What do you want to do with it?
Well, now, did you guys want to head over my place and maybe we can at least find out if yeah, see if Daddy knows anything.
sure, I ain't seen your dad in like 30 years.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I met him 30 years ago when he was a boxer.
Like before he like went
Oh
like
no,
straight and narrow, or like after?
no, I don't mind too much. I mean, people he was messing with knew what they were signing up for, so I ain't got a problem with that.
No, I
Uh,
mean it just depends on if you well, because I would have been a Bubs if you knew him before. So
Oh, I mean, you got to remember, I'm in my second century.
you're old as old heck.
very old.
I'm
Ash,
like, I'm only 1/3 into my lifespan.
You know what? I love that view.
a lot of free drinks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
um,
I might have another 5 centuries.
Ash, do you think I need to worry at all? Your dad's place. You said he's straight and narrow. I don't need to like I'll be okay to go there.
Oh, no. So Daddy used to be a part of the underground syndicate. When
Oh,
Mama died giving birth to me, he
oh,
basically he lost it and decided that he wanted to be, a better person for me. So, he went topside. But he still has the odd connection and knows about a bit of riffraff here and there. That's when he started the Firelights boxing gym.
well,
He through some Templar Raven people, he learned this way of, aligning your chakras and being able to figure out which way to harm, which way to heal. And so um, taking that in stride and being able to inflict that with when it comes to boxing. But I guess the still legit side hustle is muscle for hire as well. So
well, I'm sorry about your mother. I'll keep
uh,
her in my
I
prayers.
never know. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'm with you
I
guys.
let me put something down clear. Um,
All right.
don't bring up the monologue too much because obviously, like, we're more about matron of ravens. That
Oh, yeah. Okay.
like they'll appreciate that you're a holy man, but
Mm.
not don't overdo it. Don't
No,
offer them
I
prayer
won't
books
say a
that
word.
they're not gonna need it.
I won't say a word. I won't. No, I won't say a word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
I appreciate it. I know what it's like to lose your mother. I was just a kid. I was only like 30 when my mom died.
Wow,
You baby is.
that's young.
Well, sure, elves are considered kids till they hit their first century.
Huh. Huh.
As you arrive at the Firelights gym, you look around. You hear the sound of the city streets and uh, the people that sort of walk around. And um, would your family's establishment, Ash, be open at this current stage?
Yeah, it's almost like a 24-hour gym.
Mm.
Like, if people want to come in and train, they can. But like actual like boxing lessons and that sort of stuff happens between like the hours of like 10 and 6.
Yeah.
So
So you'll hear the sounds probably of like repeated blows against a punching bag sort of thing resounding out as you walk in. There's some faint sort of red light that illuminates the space in here, and you see there's a sort of older individual, probably in his 50s, who's currently working a bag over.
hey daddy, got some uh got some colleagues here. You finish up your set and I'll meet you upstairs, right?
Right, girl. See you in a moment. And he continues to thing. You see that the strikes that he puts into the bag, there's like a little give with the sort of sand and stuff with each of the hits that he does. And you're like, would not want to be on the other side of that particular thing.
That's your
Um,
dad.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
I swear to you, he is as lovable as a puppy.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You just don't want to get on that side. And then, puppy teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
I'm,
like dogs.
yeah. Well, so do I, so.
um, a few moments pass, and coming in sort of like a singlet and with a towel wrapped around his neck, um, you see this sort of like gray and white sort of hair as he unwraps some uh, hand wraps from his arms. He looks to the three of you. You met some new friends.
Yeah, so we have Charlie over here.
Just a
Um,
normal guy. Yep, just a normal guy.
it's all right. It's just us alone. It's more like preaching out there.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine. Father for Monlord, and then we have Rook over here and his dog Paul.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you remember me. It was about 30 years ago, but I met you after your big fight against that boxer Little John Sherwood. Man, you just about took his head clean off.
Little John Sherwood. Now that was a fight. That was a long, long fight. Nearly went all of the rounds with him. Man, you haven't aged a day.
Well, and he just gestures at his ears. It's like, y'all know my kind. You know, we got a lot of life in us.
Well, that's just darn right disrespectful, is what that is. And he goes around back. You see, he opens up a cabinet, and sort of pool of bluish light comes from it. He grabs a bottle out of it and looks at the three of you. Um, you want one?
Hmm. Always.
Mighty obliged, sir.
Yep.
yeah.
Charlie,
I'll,
don't feel like you have to.
No, I'll have one. Yeah, I will. No, absolutely.
Have
Thank
you ever partaken in alcohol ever in your whole entire life?
Yes. Yes.
Insight check.
Yes, I was just thinking the
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh, I rolled a
Oh
10.
yeah. Oh yeah. Um, you see that. Yeah, your dad. Um, Wayne. He tosses you a bottle, and then he grabs one bottle, an extra bottle, and looks over as Charlie says that, and grabs another one, and he sits one down. It's not consecrated. Hope that's okay. As he undoes one of the things, like it's a twist top, but it's not.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't mind. Not consecrated. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, if you don't finish it, I will.
Okay. Okay.
um, reason that we're here so late, Daddy. Sorry to interrupt your training, but we were down at tonight's special getting rid of some vermin. Who were used to apparently run with Dawn. And now they were working for Serena to go and hit Hector's warehouse down the way. Do you know anything about this Serena at all?
This is girl. This is
Has
not
has the
something
title
you should
Fair
be.
Lady.
Yeah, I knew her. The Dawn has a number of different associates. This fair lady is one that had a way with the men, was able to sway them to do whatever. Dawn used that well. And I saw a man who more timid than our father here. Turn around and murder somebody that he called a friend just to spend some time with this fair lady. It's not a place you want to be, Ash.
Sorry, is she like like she's a lady of the night? Is that what you're saying?
It's one way to put it, Father. I
Oh.
would say that she is more woman than any person can handle.
You sound like you've had personal experience with that, Daddy.
I wouldn't touch her. Not with. No. And if I were you, I would make sure you know who's on the other card before you start the fight.
So the thing is that this arena was given these vermin a bit of a job to go and hack this warehouse for some valuable cargo they were gonna go and steal for. Now we're kind of in. Obviously, we're not. And I mean, I'm speaking for myself here. I'm not really interested in going and hitting up this cargo for her, but
Oh,
more about for me anyway. How do we get to Hector? Let him know what the situation is without I guess feeling the wrath of this lady. And if we have to feel the wrath of that lady, how do I know how to fight on that card?
She's got a way with words, more than anyone I've ever seen. If it were me, I wouldn't let her speak.
well, Mr. Wayne, uh, I just realized we let one of them got away, ran away from us. He saw who we all were. Are we to assume he probably went back to the lady? Is it already
One
too
of them
late?
got away, Ash.
No, one bolted before we could do anything with him, but three of the four we had a nice stern talking to it. Actually, the the hat honcho that we were fighting pulled some bloody good punches. Um, they seemed very much in wanting to reform. They had been on both sides with both Dawn and with Serena, and they're just fallen into that spiral. So don't be surprised if any of those three show up. I wouldn't be throwing talent at your way if I didn't think they were able to handle it.
I'm worried because I mean he saw I was a priest of Lethander. Maybe he's telling the fair lady, the one who got away. Maybe they're coming to the church. Are they dangerous people?
I don't think the lack is dangerous. It's more this fair lady that we'd have to.
I doubt that they would make open season on your church, Father.
Okay, that's good.
More likely to take it out on you.
Oh.
Unfortunately, one got away. And that means that there's no exiting this particular bout gracefully. If it were me, I'd try and square up with Hector. See what I could try and convince him to do. Maybe get this thing that Serena wants out of Dodge. Because
Get it out before they end up going in there to try and get it themselves.
Hector's no fighter. I mean, the man's a gassed, he's been through a lot, but yeah, he's not going to stand up to any punishment. is your life, and I've taught you well enough for you to live it on your own. But that's my advice.
I mean, we can always run to Hector if we have to and let him know. Save you the legwork.
Well, this is your situation. And cheers, Father. Do you want me to sort that top off for you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was having a bit of
Oh,
trouble.
while I forget, before I forget, and she pulls out the 3 cigars that were from the thing and puts them on the table.
It's not even my birthday. Looks over. May I? Takes one. You know, you do spoil me sometimes, Ash. It's enough a thing to make a daddy proud. Anyway, and he goes over and flicks the top off of your bottle.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Cool.
If you need me, I'll be in the back. Until then, feel free to take the couch. Place is closed up, and you won't be getting any reprisal here.
All right, Daddy. Make sure you rest.
Yeah. Many thanks.
Hey, Ash,
Mm.
how many teeth did that guy have?
I don't know. Rook, how many did we manage to knock out between the 2 of us?
I don't know. I don't think he had too many left after that. After that beating he took.
Honestly, Daddy, you should see this man with his mace. Oh,
I look forward to you telling me as we share those last two. And flicks open a lighter, and it's like, better not waste this one. And heads on out. Nasty habit.
See ya.
And
Yeah.
exits the room.
Here you go, Ash. You can have the rest.
Mm.
I'll pass
I,
her the drink.
I thought as much.
Well, I mean, what are we gonna do? Go to Hector's now, or do we rest somewhere? Or
Hector won't be around there. I think it might be worth. I don't need much sleep. I'll have a look over this stuff while you two rest.
Right.
Mm.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys get rest up for the morning. Come to. And yeah, there's not much more detail to be gleaned from the plans.
Mm,
But you know them backwards now.
yeah, yeah. So basically, because it's elf trans,
Yeah.
I can transfer 4 hours. Okay. So we're taking a long rest. Just gonna
Mhm.
just going through. Yep.
When I
No,
wake up,
you go.
Holt, could
Mhm.
I just like slyly just leave a prayer book somewhere in the room?
Just somewhere.
Just somewhere.
How sly do you want this to be?
That's pretty sly. Like you wouldn't see it, but then you'll
S-
find it
Do
sometime
a
soon.
sleight of hand.
Slide ahead. It's an 8.
Um, you put the prayer book probably in, like, you sort of like open up a little gap in a bookshelf that's on the
Yeah.
wall, and you just slide it in there.
Nice. My
It's
last one for now.
uh it's noticeable, but you feel like you did a good job hiding it.
Great.
It's only noticeable because you've got such good eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you guys wake up, what's the plan?
So I think the plan is we're gonna all head down to see Hector, try to get a meeting with him, talk to him about this prized possession of his. see about, I guess, moving this cargo before anything hits, and then
My only, my only, m- my only thought is that if we move the cargo and the fair lady finds out it's us that moves the cargo, she is like, no matter what, gonna come for us, right? Is that what your father was implying?
pretty much. But I mean,
Great.
I think
Alright.
with us letting that one leave without having to talking to, she's gonna recognize a face or a name anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm pretty noticeable. She says with like white to yellow to red ombre like hair that literally is almost like on fire at the ends and looks like a gothy punk 80s
Mm.
like. And like, have you guys watched Arcane?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's built like Vi.
Mm.
So
Nice. That's awesome.
Nice.
yeah, you know.
She's not blending in.
Yeah, it's just like, and then my guy is just he's wearing armor, but his clothes look like they were fashionable. He looks almost diesel punk kind of. Like his
Love-
clothes are pristine, but it's just like because he's got mending, so he just a lot of his shit is basically antiques that he bought new, and he's just like, oh, that broke. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
That's awesome.
I'll fix it. It's like, what do you mean? This is what do y'all mean? Oh, antique. I bought this new 100 years ago. That's like, how's 100 years antique?
Mm.
Stuff on my dad's side, they had it for it's been in a family for thousands of years now. That's an antique.
Well, I
100
guess
years antique.
I guess all of us stand out a little bit, don't we?
You think?
Yeah.
And
Alright,
then,
well,
if I don't stand out enough, just jerks his head at Pawn.
yeah.
It's a
Now
little
does Pawn like
dejected.
belly scritches?
Of course, he likes belly scritches.
Oh, gonna go for some like morning belly scritches then. How that works on a metal dog, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Doing it anyway.
How anything work? He's a metal dog. It's just run with it.
Yeah.
But
The
I
movement's more repeated
Yeah.
than a dog's sort of more natural movements. It gets this scritches, then it's like seem like
Yeah.
going back and forth in the same way.
Have you guys seen the Golden Circle?
No.
The gentleman, the Golden Circle? The
Oh,
one that
yeah,
has
yeah.
Pedro Pascal, is it kind of like that? Is what I'm
Oh,
imagining.
Kingsman,
It's like
yeah,
the
yeah.
middle dog.
Mm,
That's kind of what I'm. If you haven't watched the Golden Circle, you
Mm.
need to.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll have to look it up. But I should note that I since we took a long rest, I switched out my prepared spells and now I've got Disguise Self Repair.
cool. That's awesome. Very nice. Yeah. So are you heading to Hector's now? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
That's the play. All right.
Yep.
So you meander your way to Hector's warehouse. The city streets seem to dance with a bit of like greens and pinks. Um, the lights casting over you in this sort of more early morning. As you get there, you see around you that there's a bit of that there seems to be a bit of work going on, and there's about like three workers and a sort of more put together individual who seems to be directing them as he points in a direction. Make sure there's all on the shelves, all right? Hey, what are you standing there for? You got business with me, or do I have to deal with you?
I'm assuming you'll be Hector.
That's the name on the sign, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
that
but you
don't
could
mean much.
you could be anybody. You could just be some sort of lackey for Hector. I don't know. I've not met you in person. Look,
I'm
my
Hector.
name is Ashranti Embers. You know my father. Mind if we have a while to have a bit of a chat?
I know your father. I seen him fight a few times. What's supposed to mean that carries over to you? He looks at you and there's like that pause of like, yeah, it does, but
We have some business that we need to discuss with you in private if you don't mind.
Something you really, really need to know.
It,
yeah.
I guarantee this would be to your benefit. Sparing us a few moments.
All right, I'm not saying I don't want to do anything. All right.
You don't need to do nothing. Just need to listen and go from there.
Get
We're
those crates loaded up, eh? And we'll talk.
we're bringing something to your attention that I feel you might be somewhat interested in knowing about.
As he takes you guys to the side. So, what needs my attention?
Are we like in an office or are we like still outside?
You're basically he's beckoned you inside the warehouse, and you're still like in the warehouse. You see that there's, as you look around, there's shelves that are stacked, probably about like 15 feet high, of different, sort of different goods and that sort of thing. And there appears to be the only other sort of major thing, apart from all the shelving, appears to be a door that's sort of in the back end of the warehouse. What's all of your passive perceptions while we're
Wow.
19.
13. 19.
Yeah,
It's
19.
huge.
Because
Um,
I've got proficiency in perception,
mhm,
and then I get advantage on perception checks.
damn. So yeah, you all will sort of see that, but specifically, Rook, you look over and it's kind of perfect that it's you. You catch there seems to be a gemstone inset into the actual wall of this place,
Yep.
and it seems to be glowing with a sort of magical light to it.
Hmm. What can I tell by looking at this gemstone?
Uh, as you look at it, it's sort of a bluish hue to the light. Do an Arcana check for me.
Ooh, I'm good at those. 11, not great.
You're not sure as to the nature of this specifically, um, but you get the feeling that this gemstone is kind of looking at you,
Hmm.
and it is a little off-putting.
I just kind of go. I just look at the gemstone and I go.
Perfect. Um, as the three of you plus Pawn are here with Hector, he looks you over. So, what's important?
Well, this is regarding
Let's call it a security issue that is somewhat imminent for you.
coming
Well,
from uh coming from a particular lady, if you catch my drift.
lady.
You're gonna have a whole bunch of your stuff stolen from the lady, the fair lady. She's coming for a whole bunch of your stuff.
A lady's gonna steal all my stuff? I've
So
already been divorced. That's happened twice.
I believe this particular individual was referred to as the fair lady, if that means anything to y'all.
Nope, not at all.
Well, we got some documentation here you might want to run your eyes over, and he pulls the books and whatnot out of his bag and offers it to what's his face?
Hector?
Hector.
That's the one.
He looks over. Ay, boy. This is not good. So they're coming to steal a particular item.
Something of value, apparently. Some valuable cargo, is I believe the words were used. Exactly.
Shouldn't
Maybe
have
the name
taken
does
that
the name
cylinder.
does the name Serena ring a bell at all?
Or maybe Don Evans, who she replaced?
Well, these
Oh, I know. Look, I'm gonna level with you because you seem like you're not gonna be walking down my door with a whole bevy of the law. So
No, no.
let's call this a confessional.
Yeah,
As
well,
he
I could get out.
puts
I
a
could get
glass.
out some communion if you want me to.
It's hyperbole,
Okay.
Father. Yeah. Um. Look, there's a bit of cargo that I've taken, and it's particularly nasty. The ones such fortunate people such as yourselves. Me, on the other hand, with my history, I'm a little bit more capable of handling such things. Um, that being said, looking at the three of you, I don't know if I can trust you to help me out on this one. So, are you here to help me out, or are you here to put the screws on?
Y'all, if I was gonna put screws on, I wouldn't have shown you my face.
That's fair enough.
I wouldn't have mentioned my daddy if that was the case either.
Do a charisma based check. You can use persuasion, intimidation, deception, depending on how you're wanting to do this, and depending on what you do uh, will be easier for this
Yeah,
individual.
yeah.
Would it be with me saying that obviously I wouldn't have come here using my dad's name?
Mm.
Would that be able to help with giving him advantage at all?
I'd say that's probably a good call. So
Okay,
you can do
rolling.
whatever
Yep.
thing you want in
Okay,
advantage.
yep, I'm rolling persuasion with advantage.
Awesome.
Not great.
That's perfect.
I rolled a 1 and a 7. There's been times when I got 2 1s with advantage. So,
Dice
How the
formula
dice
may.
rolls.
oh yeah.
Look, I don't know yet. I knew your father. He looks over to you, Ash. I'm not gonna just show you the thing. I'm not really interested. Thanks for your time, and I appreciate the warning, but I think I'm good.
Well,
Yes,
I
father,
I'm
you
not.
go.
Yeah, well, I mean, just speaking as someone who this whole like world is new to me, of dons and ladies of the night and ladies and people trying to kill me. It seems very dangerous, Hector. Like I'm just a father for the Morning Lord, and this seems like something you should really be worrying about. These people have a lot of deeds to their names and a lot of fear that comes with who they are. I don't think you should be taking this lightly.
We're not asking for money if that's what you're thinking.
No,
We literally came here out of the good faith of out of our own hearts to be able to let you know. I mean, we could have just sat on that information and let you get robbed.
yeah.
So what do you want?
We are trying to help you. Now, I don't know you, but you might have heard of me. I've been around this town for about a century now. Name's Rook Swiftstride.
I might have. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I don't generally go around sticking my nose into other people's business unless I see somebody likely to get hurt who didn't sign up for that. Now, I am trying to help you.
And me myself, I don't want anything, but the Leftlander wants to work through me to show you how much he can help you and how much he wants to look after you and your wonderful belongings here and how much his blessing is upon you.
Mm-mm, I'm not sure about that one, Father. And look, you've been around these spots for a long time. I get that. Um, whoever would like to take the lead can do so with either a history check for our Rook with advantage, or a
A Rook.
religion check for our thing. Whoever is wanting to take the lead in this conversation, out of the two of you.
Rook, you go for it.
All right, history check.
And with advantage from your
Oh,
Charlie's help.
advantage. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
That wasn't with advantage, so I'll roll again.
Cool.
Yes, that's an 11
Ooh.
for history.
It's not going so hot there, Rook. Um, look, you got it. It's like you're done. You're fine. Like, what? I've got security here for a reason. All right. Now they know that somebody's coming, so they're gonna have an extra pot of coffee in the night, and they'll be fine. I'm sure. Whoever this fair lady is, I, I don't know. Take the guys out. Something.
Well, now you might have security, but it has been implied to me that she has some sort of charm ability. Now, looking around at your security here, either you or somebody working for you has some knowledge of their arcane. But is your security prepared for someone who can use magic and charm spells?
You get
And
one last. Sorry.
following up on that, how much of your security detail them in?
Okay. I'll give you one last shot at convincing him about this with either an Arcana or an Athletics check, depending on who's leading.
Ash was the last one to talk, so I'll let her go for it.
Let's go. Athletics.
Nat 20?
Ooh.
Hey, it's a nat 20.
With the punctuation on your statement, he kind of looks over. Jeez. Lady walks in with a low cut top. They probably open the door for her. All right.
Look,
You make your
we're
point.
not asking you to get rid of your security. What we're asking is if you would be comfortable at maybe that we assist with your security, maybe over tonight, maybe the next night, if they decide that they're actually gonna hit this place, but where this cargo is meant to be. You just point us in the right direction of where to keep our eyes and ears on it. That's all we're asking.
All right. All right. I'll show you. I'll show you what we got here. And look, sorry for being. I'm sorry for being obstinate. All right. This town is. You can't trust a lot of people, particularly when you look like me. So I can tell that you're really trying to help. So let me show you where our security room is.
Much
Great.
glad.
As he takes you through to the back hallway and around, you see that he opens up an office, and on the back office wall, cutting against the gray, you see illuminated sort of pools on the wall that are kind of kept behind glass, and each one seems to have an image on it. As you're standing outside, you can actually see outside of this office in the hallway. You can actually see yourselves at the end of the hallway in one of the sets of pools. The image, as you move the hand, is live.
Huh. Thought as much.
What manner of sorcery is this?
It's state of the art surveillance. Look, I deal with a lot of nasty customers, and we got a direct line with a sending stone into the law if things go wrong. But for this particular
Ah.
cargo, I don't exactly want to just call people down here, particularly
Oh, is Holt gone
with
for you
these
guys?
kind.
Oh, frozen.
Yeah,
Okay, it's not just
Nick.
me.
you're lagging
Yep.
out, Holt.
That's all good. I wondered because I wasn't doing the green bar. So am I all good now?
Think
Yeah.
so?
I think so.
Yeah, you're
Maybe.
good.
Hopefully. Okay. Um, this security room, yeah, you'll be able to see the whole complex. So if anyone comes in, you should be able to spot him and get a jump on him.
All right. Well, that seems easier than I thought it was going to be. That's real clever.
Interesting.
Now what time do you all shut up shop?
We do around 5. Start up at 7, so been already going for a few.
Alright, so we'll head back here what, 4?
Sounds
Get
good.
ourselves acquainted with whatever other security gentlemen that you have around.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. I'm sure they would appreciate taking a bit more of the night off, but is what it is. Jim and Craig are their names. I'll just
I'm
introduce
sure
them
they would
to you.
also appreciate. I'm sure they'd also appreciate job security by not having something valuable stolen off your property.
I'm sure they'd also appreciate the life security about it. So, in any case, I'll see you around 4 o'clock.
Mm.
4 o'clock.
Alright. Sorry, it was
That is
Jim
a good one.
and
Craig.
Craig.
Hector, Jim, and Craig. The most standard, normal names.
That's good.
It's
That's
wonderful.
good.
Awesome. Yeah. So as you come back at 4 p.m., Hector's out there and looks at the 3 of you approaching. Good to see you. Punctual.
I do try.
gonna do a job,
All right.
gotta do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jim's the one walking around the warehouse floor. Greg's the one in the back room already, so they'll see you coming, but go and say hi. I've told you that told them that you're coming. I'm gonna lock up for the evening. No sense in being open to the end.
Gonna take a load off.
Thanks, Hector.
You take care now.
Now, is there any other way to contact you should we need to?
If you need to contact me, there's a sending stone in one of the cupboards.
And I'm assuming the boys know where it is.
Yeah, Greg will know. Jim,
Sweet.
meh. Kind of starts towards the exit and looking at the three of you. Really appreciate you sticking up for folks like me. It's not a common thing. So you three are one of the good ones.
Our pleasure.
Just what I do.
Well, don't thank us yet. Thank us in the morning when things are
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll curse your name if I come and my entire stock is gone, eh?
Well, you know where I live. If you know where my daddy lives, you know where I live too. So
Yeah, that'll be an interesting time. Anyway, have a good one.
Guys, he was being really sketchy about what the actual cargo was, wasn't he? What if there's like, what if he has like illegal goods here,
Oh, I'm quite certain it's illegal.
and we're just helping him?
Just because it's illegal don't mean it's wrong.
Doesn't it?
well, let's put it this way. He might be a bad guy, but he might not be a bad guy.
This is like enemy of my enemy stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, all right. For the greater good, then.
Charlie,
It's
let me put it to you like this. You ever see it where folks needed medicine, but because of bureaucracy, they just weren't allowed to buy it even if they had the money? So
Yeah.
if somebody procures that medicine illegally and sells it to them against the law, now, is what they're doing wrong even though it's illegal?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't say it was wrong, but I mean, the one of Lathlander 54 laws says that they do need to face judgment for it.
Judgment by who precisely?
By those that Lathlanders put in power.
And did Lathlander put the current government in power?
Everyone's where they are to one day fulfill his will. Yes.
Now, I don't like the sound of that at all. That sounds like it goes against free will.
Everyone's will is Lathlander's will.
Not mine.
not mine.
You'll see.
Nope.
Hey, you three. Are you the three that are helping me?
You must be Jim. Are you Craig?
Craig.
I,
Jim.
I'm Jim. Jim.
Hey Jim.
Jim.
Ash. Gesture around.
I'm Rook. And
I'm
this
Charlie.
here,
Rook.
and he gestures to the metal dog at his feet. This is Pawn.
Nice to meet you, doggy.
And Pawn just kind of looks up at him, the way dogs do.
And you points to Charlie.
Oh yes, sorry. I'm Father Wenders, Charlie Wenders.
Hmm. Well, I wonder if we will need a sermon late into the night. It gets kind of boring. So
Happy to. I have actually a few prepared. I'm happy to do so.
well, I wonder. I think that might be left up to your friends there. In any case, I am going to be patrolling for a little bit. Yeah, you should probably go talk to Craig. He doesn't like me, so
Rick doesn't like you.
no, it's not
Okay.
anything much. He's got a bit of a sour tongue, you know.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. Well,
What race is the guy we're talking to?
He's a human man.
Okay. Yep.
well, we'll go inside, have a quick chat with Craig, and then I just want to talk to you about the routes that you take personally when you do your patrolling, if you don't mind, there, Jim.
No problem.
So we're heading on into chat to Craig.
So you head on in. You see A dwarven individual is currently sitting at the desk, and you how do you enter into this door here? Just straight in, or do you knock?
Probably not.
Cool.
Let's knock.
It's polite.
Yeah, yeah. Opens up the door. As kind of see him. It's got a bit more of like this strong, chiseled jaw look to him. His hair is sort of like kept back and braided. So, you're here. Finally. I won't have to talk to that guy.
Sermonus Greg there. Nice to meet you.
Greg, yeah.
Ash.
Rook.
And
Charlie.
Father Charlie, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I wouldn't take the guy up on his offer of sermons. He's probably just wanting something to drown out the steps. But over to you.
Oh, what happened between yourself and Jim, if you don't mind me asking? Is something? Has he done something?
Pah, who knows?
Huh.
Well, nah. I when you've lived as long as I have, beating him at poker is pretty easy, you know. So
Oh,
I took him for a little too much last time, and he hasn't spoken to me since.
gambling. Yes,
Uh,
awesome.
these short-lived races, they just hold a grudge, don't they?
And they say dwarves hold a grudge, am I right? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, it's like dwarves. I've always found dwarves to be real straightforward types.
that is the truth. All right, so enough lollygagging. And he points to the screens. I'll be watching that for the rest of the night. You can take a load off, have a drink, coffee, whatever you want.
I'll certainly go for coffee, but this now Hector mentioned there was a sending stone that we would be able to use to contact him should we need to. Do you mind just pointing out where that is if in case of emergencies?
Oh, oh, yeah. In case of emergencies, break open that cabinet there, and the standing stone will be in there. He's very particular about that one. He has a 3-strike policy. If we call him 3 times, we're fired. So
Oh,
you know,
Well, if
try
he needs
and
if
it
he
better
needs
be an
to be
emergency.
if he needs to be called, it should be one of us. Then that way, at least your employment is not a risk.
Hey, I see 3 people here. That's 9 strikes, right? I'm already
sure.
on my second one, so.
Just like cats, we got 9 lives between us.
Don't say that too loud around your dog there. I'm sure he wouldn't be happy. Anyway,
Oh, if he gives me trouble, I just tell him in it. I'll rebuild him as a cat.
oh, really? Okay. You're a braver man than I would be having a middle booch like that, but, you know,
I don't know. He's a solid companion. Ain't never
Solid.
done me wrong.
Yeah.
funny. Anyway, I better get back to my screens. Do what you like.
All right.
Well,
All right.
I'm gonna get myself a cup of coffee and go head out to gym to go and like find out like the walking route,
Mhm.
where all the entries and exits are.
Yeah.
Like, is it fenced? How high are the roofs? How easy is it for me to scale a roof if I need to? That sort of stuff.
The roof itself, laying it all out, there's one main sort of door for loading and unloading.
Mhm.
That's the one you came through the first
Mhm.
time. There's one side door that's out by the security room.
Mhm.
The roof itself is about like 2.5 stories up, so it's 25 feet up.
Yep.
One of those really high vaulted ceilings. And if you're wanting to scale it, it'd be they don't have anything particularly like permanently set up
Yep,
to scale
sweet.
it. Just before we kick into the final act of this game, do we want to take a 5-minute break? Just to
Yeah, I would love to
yeah.
go.
All right. So as you relax into the evening, you a lot of time sort of goes by. You look on the streets of Ludus and Lusor out here, kind of like, that's not much is actually happening
Mm.
there. You kind of see people walking by, and you're like, maybe no. Few hours go by, and your eyes are starting to get a bit heavy because
Yeah.
I doubt that most of you would have, done security work. Maybe Rook
I feel like
potentially.
Rook would have done it at some point, and Rook is going to take breaks by like from watching the screens by
Hmm.
doing patrols around the grounds.
Yeah,
Totally.
and same.
Charlie's
Between that, probably meditating for me.
Mm,
Charlie's done his fair share of like night vigils before, so he's feeling okay. His coffee's keeping him going. He's just keeping
cool.
an eye out.
Awesome. All right, and I will drag you all to the map
Mm-hmm.
as you get through here.
Ooh.
Jim is patrolling the warehouse around, and you see that there are a couple of individuals who seem to come in from the side. Uniforms that you recognize
From the night before.
from the night before.
Yeah.
Off in the
Got a couple of
distance.
fedoras.
Yep, in fedoras, they start rolling up on this thing here through the green screen. Charlie, you can see this guy rolling up. These two guys rolling up in a pair towards the door, and they
Oh
one
boy.
of them pulls out a crowbar.
All right. Were you with me, Rook?
Sure, let's say that.
All right. I see them at the front. Do we do we just go for it?
Okay, hang on. Let me just double check one thing while we're doing this.
And
Uh,
do I need to put you guys all on the map as well?
Oh, I should be able to.
I'll put myself on the map. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I was also doing patrolly stuff.
Yeah, no, totally.
Okay. Now, in a straight line from where I'm standing, looking at the screen to where these guys are breaking in, what would the distance be?
The distance in a straight line from on the screen to
From the
to the
screen to where these guys are. Like,
would be
can you ping the door?
uh this is the door that they're standing in front of.
Yes,
Okay.
it's right outside.
So the way my Fey step is worded,
Mm-hmm.
I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see.
Interesting.
Hey, that's.
Okay.
So basically, I just say
So it's up
to
to 30
them,
feet from where you are to a
yes,
place you can see.
that's how it's worded.
So the camera
Yeah.
is currently, if I just do a little ping here, give me that one, is on the bottom corner there.
Okay, that's 100 feet. Okay, so
So you can see them going up there,
well,
and it
well,
is within your range.
okay, so yeah, I can see them. Hmm. Okay, so problem is I'd be out there on my own, and
Hmm.
yeah, I considered that. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to. I'm not stealthy, but quietly move so I'm inside the door
Okay.
and have Pawn join me.
On the
Okay.
other side of the door. Yeah.
Yep. So basically, we're just kind of. I'm waiting there, shield out, weapon out.
do a stealth for me.
Okay.
And as you're going, Rook, can I just tap Rook and give him guidance?
Sure. Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
cool. It won't affect Pawn though.
No,
If
but
you,
I have disadvantage on stealth. Pawn doesn't.
yeah. Well, there you go. Nice.
Okay, 7
That's nice.
and guidance. So,
It's only a
well, no,
D4.
it's disadvantage. So that's a 7.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Plus a
Hang on.
D4.
Yep.
Hey!
Oh, so that's an
Hey.
11. So I'm not super noisy.
Hmm.
And then let me just find Pawn's sheet. Oh, sure. Pawn gets a 19 for stealth.
Good boy.
So they might hear him, but they might hear me, but they don't hear him. Actually, what I'll do is I will have him go here, and I'll go here. Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Sweet. With that, you see like a little jostling of the handle of the door,
Okay.
and it stops for a second, and you
Yep.
hear through the door. You hear something? Ah, don't worry about it, man. Some old crackpot on the frickin' screens won't be seeing it anyway. The Jim looks personally hurt at this
Okay.
particular thing.
So I am
Craig
going.
looks personally hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm not going to cast a spell, but I'm going to, as soon as the door opens, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Ready it. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
So they'll you see the basically door handle and like the other side of the door handle kind of like falls out, clattering to the ground, and then a set of fingers like pulls in from the hole, and just like opens up the door.
Mhm.
As you see one of the guys, is that when your spell goes off?
Yep. Once the door is open and I can see outside,
Mhm.
uh, anybody within a 20-foot cube needs to make a dexterity save.
Awesome, love that. So at this point, we'll start initiative with this, and
Yep.
let's get everyone's initiatives rolling here.
Hang on. Damn it.
No.
Sorry, I'm just moving him so I can get this thing. Initiative.
All right. And let's get the thing open. Oh, I also need to clear the remove all turns. Clear the list. Sorry.
Okay.
Needed to get those ones out. Initiative. Initiative. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Rolling again.
mhm.
No, it's not quite as good, but good enough.
Cool.
Okay, so
Do we go by the initial rolls?
Yeah, you go by the initial rolls. That's all good. Set your. Can you set your?
Yeah,
looks.
you gotta just
Yeah, we
click
can
it and
actually.
type it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Set your initial rolls,
Yep. Okay.
and I'll
Done.
just
Okay,
slot
so
you all as you should be.
did either of those guys get a 14 or above on their dex save?
I am just about to do it. Just a 16 and 10.
Okay, so the guy who failed is got this just green light surrounding him, and
Awesome.
and all attacks on him are at advantage.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's super cool.
Nice. Yeah, you send out this thing. The guy looks at it, who dodged, is like, "Oh, it's magic!" And he jumps behind the door. You see it like whips closed, like it's more open.
Yeah.
As he kind of uses it as a bit of cover for the actual thing. And yeah, as we start initiative, you hear this magic go off, Ash, as you are the top of our round. What do you do?
All right. Let's that. Fifteen. Yeah, I can get there because I have 40 plus 40, so 80 feet of movement.
Whoa, that's
All
awesome.
right.
Because bonus action, step of the wind.
Heck yeah.
Uh,
So this door is open. And so
I see.
I'd imagine you there's like the free interact thing that you can do. So you just like batter open that door as you roll
Yeah,
through. Yeah.
yeah. Do
Sprint
some
down the
cool
hallway.
dope. Just do some dope monk. Yeah.
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 Sprinting down the hallway, Rook, this is a little bit of a terrifying sight, kind of Tom Cruise running, down the way.
It's just like, I mean, he's in his second century. I'm sure he's fought alongside monks before.
Yeah. It's still
She's
Oh
probably gonna
yeah.
do that like hurdle jump, like jump over top of pawn.
mhm, yeah,
Yep.
Like
love that.
I'm
and
imagining just like her just putting her palm on Pawn's back to just
yeah,
vault
just
over him.
leap over.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
something like
that.
that.
Love that. That's awesome.
And the one that's closest to me that with the green,
Mhm,
I'm gonna smack him.
Sweet.
Let's go.
I'll smack him twice with my quarterstaff. So
And
23.
Nice.
are you rolling with advantage?
No, so 23 for the first one, and
Uh,
then
so if you're attacking the guy with the green dot, he's fairy fired, so all attacks are at advantage.
yeah, so that first attack will be 23, and then the
Mhm.
second attack will be 13.
Oof. 13 is actually enough to hit this guy,
Hey.
ironically.
Yes.
hmm
Okay, so first attack is 8, and then the second attack is 5
hmm
for schmack with my, I mean, like, almost Naruto running, whipping out my quarterstaff that she
hmm
keeps, like, carabined onto her hip.
Yep.
And that's my
Um,
turn.
awesome. So that's both against Mr. Green.
Mr. Green Dude, because he's the closest.
Awesome. Yeah.
That was my
Um,
last, like, bit of movement. I couldn't get any further.
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. That's still crazy. Like you were
Yeah.
way
Insane.
inside and you're just like booking it and then whap whap slam into this guy. That's still very nice. Um as it's like, whoa, where'd you come from? And he rolls back a little bit. Rook, you can follow up.
Yep. So basically, Rook follows her out, slips past her,
hmm
and I am going to make. I'm just going to start bashing on Mr. Green as well.
Hell yeah. hmm
So let's see. So rolling with advantage.
Awesome.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yes.
hmm Yep, that'll hit.
Eh, only 5 points. Um. Okay. Second attack.
hmm
Oh, that was supposed to be advantage. I'll just roll again, see if that gets higher.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. So that was 18 to hit.
18 hits. You're all good.
Yep. No, there's 7 points of damage. Bonus action.
hmm
Pawn comes out. Now,
Yeah.
can Pawn go between these guys diagonally?
Yeah, I'll say
Okay.
Pawn's nimble enough for that.
Yep. He just darts between the legs of one of the guys, and he is going to attack Mr. Green as well.
Heck yeah.
Um. Okay. Oh, there's an advantage option here. So that is a force empowered rend. That is an 18 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
Owning them.
11 force damage.
Nice.
Slamming into this guy. He's taken all these hits, and as he does so, he kind of like spits out this sort of splash of blood onto the ground, and looks at you all, and he lets the crowbar's weight take it and slides it down to the end of the crowbar, and he looks like he's about to enjoy this. As that's you, Rook, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
Oh no.
Yep.
As Mr. Green is going to follow up, he cracks his neck. You're going to make it easy for me, all right? And he, almost like taking a baseball bat, he's going to swing this crowbar straight towards. He's going to start with Ashranti and see how he goes.
Can he? You know what?
Mhm.
Pawn is going to use his reaction to deflect attack.
Okay, so he has this at disadvantage?
Yep.
All right. Well, this attack is reckless, so he's doing it normally.
Oh, we got our
He's rolling.
Bobby.
And okay, it was all attacks. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
So Pawn kind of grabs onto the crowbar as he's about to like baseball swing that. It's like, "That fucking duck, get off!" And he wrenches it free, managing to stop the strike happening. As he looks down into the dog, "I'm gonna kill your mutt." And as that's his turn, he doesn't actually have much else to do with that. So that's him. Charlie, it's over to you.
All right. I'll just kind of under my breath just be saying, Lathlander be with me, Lathlander be with me. And I'm gonna awkwardly try to move out into the hallway. It's
Cool.
5, 10, 15, 20. Can I get out the door?
You
Is it all
you can
blocked?
Yeah,
slip
yeah,
past
you
it, I
can.
think.
You can move through Alice Squares, I believe.
25,
So
30. Awesome.
mm.
I'll stand. Or actually, can I see from just behind where the doorway is? Can I see this guy here?
Yeah, you'd probably be able to see him. Yeah.
Because I'd love to just use guiding bolt on him, and all that this says is a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range.
Yeah.
Would I be able to make that attack without getting like disadvantage because he's behind everyone? Or
What I'll say, he'll have a little bit of light cover from your allies.
Yeah, like one rule my DM does is like if someone is getting cover from someone,
Mhm.
if you miss an attack by the amount of cover they're getting, the person who's covering them gets hit.
I don't know if we should do that, you know?
So this will be half cover.
Okay. Yep. So that's +2 AC.
Mhm.
Okay, I might just go out and stand next to the
Mhm.
door there if that's okay.
No, that's cool.
And
Absolutely.
I'll go in for a guiding bolt hit against him at level 3.
Awesome. Yeah.
Ooh, level 3.
15 to hit,
15 will hit. Yeah.
and that is 24 radiant
Oh,
damage.
all right. Yeah. 24. You blast him with the light of the morning
Slide.
lord.
Yeah.
Bringing the dawn. You blast him with this energy. And you see that his his sort of like duster sort of overcoat thing just blasts open, and his hat flies off as you catch his eyes, and you see his eyes have this sort of like swirling red light coming from their irises.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gave me. Oh, that gave the next attack I made against him has advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
End of my next turn.
So let's throw a little a little
Yep.
a little
Mr.
dot on
Green
him.
and Mr.
Let's
Who's
call
it
him
gonna
Mr.
be?
Blue.
Mr. Blue.
He's feeling
And
blue
then
after that hit.
Yeah.
Does he own a
Um,
blue house and a blue Corvette?
No, and not everything is blue for him. Um, um, is that your turn, Charlie?
Yeah, last thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna use hidden step again as a bonus action and go invisible.
Very good move. As it goes to this guy, Mr. Blue, you disappear, and he looks at you, and he's like, "Coward, where'd you go, man?" And I guess I better turn this crowbar to a can opener. And he goes to pawn, and he's going to attack recklessly.
Yep.
It's the way he goes. So that is nothing disadvantaging him. So he is going to hit with a 23, I imagine, unless pawn's
Yeah,
got
that
some
hit.
crazy ancient red
No, no.
dragon AC.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
okay,
Nope.
cool. Awesome. As this damage comes through, it is 7 points of can opener damage to
Yep.
pawn.
Noted.
You hear that sort of metal shearing
Yep.
as it sort of nails down a chalkboard style
Ooh,
thing.
I hate that sound.
Ash, it's over to
Oh,
you.
all right. Green guy still has advantage, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
He's
Even if
closest.
They would have
he's
given it to
reckless
them.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Same verse, same as the first. Rolling these two with advantage. 17
17 hits, yeah.
and a 17 again.
Hey.
No, that misses.
nice.
Just
No, that misses. Okay, that misses. 7 and 11, so 18 total.
18 total to Mr. Green.
That is
Whack.
crazy, eh?
That is insane. As you slam into Mr. Green, he takes the 2 shots across the face, and you see that sort of like eyes that he has are kind of like that same sort of glow to the other Mr. Blue's eyes is on his eyes as his hat kind of flies off, and you see it's flickering at this point, sort of in and out.
Okay. I have
Is that your turn?
bonus attack. I
So
will
many attacks.
spend a key point
Yeah.
to do flurry of blows.
Heck yeah. Let's see it.
21
Awesome. Yeah, that's a hit.
and 16.
16 will hit. Yeah.
And then on that second strike, I will use another key point for stunning strike.
Ooh.
So 9
Nice.
points
Yeah.
of
Crazy.
damage plus a stunning strike.
All right.
DC 13.
What save?
Con save.
Con save. Sorry, that was with advantage. Let me just roll that normally.
No,
Okay.
he's not stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was me. I will be back. I do just have to use the bathroom real quick.
No worries.
Okay.
As you go wham wham, for the rest of you see his eyes kind of flicker out, even with this sort of not being stunned. He looks at the crowbar, and he's like, "What the? Where am I? I I gotta." And he looks like he's wanting to just get away at this point.
okay. So it's my turn now.
It is your turn, Rook.
So this guy's looking like he wants to get away.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at him and just like, get the hell out of here.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And he is gonna he'll take his turn. But let's just say for sake of it, because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna stop him.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
Charlie's like,
Yep. Well, I mean,
Yeah, well, let's go, eh?
yeah.
Let's.
yeah. I don't think
No.
like Ash might object, but
Mm.
basically I figure fewer combatants. Okay, so that guy's fucked off, so I'm dropping concentration anyway. And I'm just going to be like, who the hell do you think y'all are hurting my dog? And I'm just going to hang on, on. Just double check make sure there's no. I don't think there's any. I really have any offensive spells. Nope. I'm just gonna start beating on him with my mace.
Yeah, no, do.
Oh, that was with advantage because he reckless. So I'll roll again.
Awesome, yeah.
Hey.
The two ends of the spectrum. Damn.
Oh man, it's like I saw somebody roll with advantage last week and got a 20 and a 1 as well. Like
Good
this
feeling.
is like the third time I've seen it.
Yep.
Okay, so crit damage.
Yeah, crit damage.
Yep.
Let's see it.
I am trying. There we go. That is
Nice.
12
Really?
points of bludgeoning damage.
That really was both ends of the spectrum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And then second attack, still with advantage.
hmm
Oh my god!
What? What?
Jeez.
It's
That's the
insane.
third one this session.
It's
awesome.
It's Lapplander's
Slay.
guidance. It has
Oh,
to be.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, it's
There,
definitely.
there was
Yeah.
something last week. I forget what it was. There was like a check or something. 3 of us got natural 20s.
Love to see
Okay.
it.
So
awesome.
roll it.
How much
Oh,
damage is this?
okay, hang on. It rolled flat. It came up crit, but then it rolled flat. So
Yeah, just do
yeah,
the crit damage again.
yeah, just
Ho, ho.
Yeah.
Nice.
50. It's
Nice.
one point off max damage.
That's
So it's just
awesome.
it's like, oh man, it's just like, yeah. So it's just like I just go in. You hit my dog and do just 27 points. And you know what?
Mhm.
Pawn's gonna be like, no, fuck you, and Pawn's going to attack him as well.
hmm
So
Yes, good.
2 4. Okay,
That's
I guess
That's a B.
yeah. Oh well, they can't always be amazing. Yeah. So okay, so Pawn's attack misses. And you know what? I'm gonna position myself here, and end my turn.
Cool. Charlie, as it gets to your turn, you see this guy's eyes, the glowing light, red light seems to be flickering away as he's like shaking his head, just trying to like in that sort of trying to clear your head sort of way.
Yeah.
It's your turn. What do you do?
As I like pop back out of invisibility again, can I
Mhm.
just hold person him?
Sure. Yeah.
Get him to a wisdom save.
Awesome.
And
16.
he had to be 14, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, oh, who, is there anyone else here? Did anyone come with you? What are you doing?
Let's just as you do that, you see that the red light seems to fade out of his eyes and looks up at you. Serena, the fair lady, she's attacking the other side. You gotta go.
What?
Go. Listen. You gotta go to the front door. We were just the distraction. You gotta go. Please.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I hear that,
As
I would
Craig
bolt.
rushes out the door, and he looks at you, guys, come on! And he's got, you see, he's got like a pistol in his hand, and he's like charged and ready to go. Old Craig is out in the hallway here.
Okay. I'm going to use the rest of my movement then 30 feet to just try go that direction.
Awesome, yeah. As you start heading that direction, let's just start that. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So that's you, Charlie.
Yep.
He's gonna look at you and he's like, "Look, she's crazy. I didn't want to work for her, but she pulled me out of the Dawn service. I didn't know what was happening. Like some of the guys, they walked in willingly. Wasn't me. I'm so sorry. that I hit your dog like that, okay? I got like a little schnauzer at home. Like it's not. I would hate to like. Please,
Get the hell out of here.
okay. And he rushes out.
Okay.
Um.
Are we still in initiative or?
Let's say that for sake of it, let's put for sake of expediency, let's put you all out in the sort of front area here, just up the top here. Um, and Ash, you can be sort of like about 40 feet in front of the rest of the guys if you want,
Cool.
Yeah.
because you zoom.
Yeah.
And Ash, you roll around this corner and you see, uh, as you hop around this corner, you see a woman is currently talking to Jim, and to either side of Jim is two thugs similarly kitted out to those guys. And she looks over. Oh, we have guests. Would you be so kind as to show me the location of what I'm looking for? I think you know, as you're not the standard security detail.
Hit me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, honey, I don't know anything. I just knew that you were coming tonight and that we had to stop you. Serena.
Well, that's rather unfortunate. I think that old Jim here is going to have to take a walk down a very dark corridor. My two friends here are going to take good care of him, unless you don't care about that. Craig pipes up. Nah, not really.
He might not, but I do. If I have the chance, I'm gonna rush her.
All right. As you
Nice.
rush her, let's clear up the initiative and re-roll
Okay.
and see how this goes. All right. Let's do. Awesome.
I guess that balances out the 2 crits in a row.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's just
What
a
are the
different
odds?
kind of crit.
Yeah, it's just critting but backwards.
Oh no. Oh no. As these two guys here. All right, let's go. We want initiative for this guy and this guy and her. It's frustrating that it doesn't automatically order itself. I think there'd be some kind of button, but we'll figure that out at some point. I'm sure. All right, Charlie, bringing up to the top of the initiative board.
Yeah.
What is your
Um,
plan?
I'm kind of freaking out at the moment, but I can see where the lady is.
Yeah, you can see her.
Okay, I will cast Guiding Bolt once again at 3rd level. Is she within 120 feet? I think she is.
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Looks like
Awesome.
for sure.
I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on her.
Awesome.
Oh.
Look at that. Here we go.
Epic.
Oh my god.
So how are we doing? How are we doing crits? Is it double die or is it just?
It's. I don't know if it has. How have you been doing the critical damage?
I've just been
There,
doing double. I've just been just rolling
double
twice as
dice.
many
Yeah,
dice.
yeah, for sure.
I know
So is
some.
that-
rules, I think for 5e, right? So
Yeah,
So is that 60-12 then? No, sorry, 12d6.
it's yeah. So it's like how many?
Mm.
No, wait. How many? You said you casted at 3rd level, right?
Yes, that's 66.
yeah,
So it's 66 normally, so it'd be 12d6.
12d6. Yeah.
So you can just type
Okay.
/roll then space 12d6.
Let's
That's
go.
that's a lot of d6.
It's very sexy.
50 damage.
That is, and that's still not the most d6s I've seen rolled at once.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. As you see Serena get blasted by this just almost like a spirit bomb, just enveloping, light enveloping her. She gets like knocked back, away from you, Charlie, still inside here. And you see that the radiant, uh, the radiant damage seems to, as she stands up, almost there's this like, uh this different edge to her jawline, and
Mm.
was this like deep red that comes across her eyes that wasn't there before, and you see it kind of like morph back into her sort of normal face, but there's just this seething hatred towards you.
Okay. There's something evil about her, guys. I'll see you both later. As I'll go invisible again. And I'll move 30 feet up.
Mhm.
I love him so much.
That's perfect.
That's
Um,
me.
what? He left after that? Craig calling out. Um, that is one heck of a turn, Charlie.
Yeah.
Let's go.
uh, as as this this guy over here is gonna look at Serena and like pick her up slightly off the ground. You hurt, my lady. Wherever you are, I don't care what kind of magic you have. I'm gonna rip you limb from limb. I hope you know that. As he's going to attack Jim. As we go. Brings his crowbar down recklessly.
Not
Oh,
Jim.
Jim.
For a 13 to hit Jim. Jim, please tell me you've got some better stats than I hope you do. He's just a night guard, man.
He's just a guy. He's just a little dude.
Just a guy who loses at poker. Oh damn. Jim's actually he's up at spry. Damn. Not
Let's
got a lot of
go.
hit points, but he manages to dodge out of the way of the crowbar strike. He's like, guys, you have to help me. Looking at all of you, and that'll be that. But I might see if we can add Jim to the initiative here,
Oh, cool.
just for the brief moment, so he gets a chance to act. Second guy is looking over, and he is going to charge on at our monkey friend. Is he going to do that? Does he have the
Monkey.
monkey? Uh no, he doesn't. So he's gonna take a swing at Jim too, unfortunately.
Oh,
Not Jim.
And he's also going to miss.
Hey.
Jim is he's seen some things. As he dodges out of the way of the other crowbar, he lands prone, and you see it's now Serena's turn as she steps forward, and she is going to move. I need to select the actual move thing. She steps forward here, and then she's going to look. Oh, you have the light of a grenade about you. Could that be from your daddy? Wow. You don't need to deal with all those. Why don't you come onto my side and I'll reward you greatly. Go take him out. And as she says that, I need you to make a wisdom save.
No. Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash.
I fucking told you.
16 enough?
16 is enough. You feel the effects. Like you're like, oof, like that was a tempting offer, and that kind of sickens you a little bit.
Mm.
As you're actually like manage to shake it off, you're like, actually that was kind of close. Um and look at her. She made a mistake because she just got closer to you. It's your turn.
You know, that's not exactly the sort of stuff that I've been growing up with what my daddy has taught me. So yeah, I'm gonna get up in her face.
Mhm.
As always, same verse, same as the first. That probably won't hit. That will.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. The crits tonight.
I know, right?
and- sorry, was that the first attack against her since my attack as well? It's the first
Oh, it
attack against her
was.
gets advantage.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
well, that first attack would have had advantage. So would
so do you
that
want to keep
26 have
that?
been
Yeah, just as the
as
first
in that
attack.
20?
Yeah.
So it would have
Why
been
not?
7 doubled as 14 for the first.
Nice.
And then a natty
Okay.
1. That's fun. Sides of the spectrum.
And perfectly balanced as
As
all
all
Yeah,
things
things
yeah.
should be.
You
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
be. Okay.
Mhm. Actually.
On that one that I did hit, I am going to
Mm.
spend a key point to do stunning strike.
All right. Yeah. And
DC
she needs
13 con save.
con save. That's a 7.
Stunned.
Awesome.
Cool. And then gonna go in for with another key point. Flurry of blows.
Gonna put a
Stun means
grenade
she's
on it.
at advantage for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a normal
Mhm.
roll. Sorry.
Just do another normal one. That, yeah,
12 is not gonna hit.
unfortunately not.
And then the second one, actually roll it at advantage. 20 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't roll it at advantage. You silly goose.
Oh no. That is as she takes that 8 points of damage. You strike into her, and you feel like her skin and her like jaw, the bones just are almost like you're striking against rock. Like this woman is a fiercer opponent than you actually have dealt with in most of your years.
Yep. With my last key point, I'm also going to use on that attack
Mm.
Hands of Harm. So she also gets a d6 plus 2 of necrotic damage. So she also
Nice.
takes 6 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
That's cool.
6 points of necrotic damage. She did make a mistake. As you draw on the power of the Raven, Matron of Ravens, you see this sort of like almost from where you've struck into her. There's this like black tendril, dark tendril kind of thing go um, out over her skin, and she kind of like doubles over, and you um, see this sort of visage fade as she has this very angular face, and the dress stays, but her hands sort of gnarl into claws, and she seems to shimmer and have these elongated wings that wrap around her as she looks up at you. I could have killed your father, you know.
But you didn't.
As she lets out a last gasp and falls to the ground. You see the two guys that are behind her have a sort of moment of taking themselves back. They look to the group of you. Bye. And they're gonna run out the door.
Okay, but before they do that,
Mhm.
with dash and phase step, I can go 90 feet in one turn. So
Mhm.
basically, it's just like I run to about where Ash is and then teleport to here, and I'm just like, y'all be good and don't come back now.
With extra, oh, jeez, they just whip around, leave, and Jim looks to the two of them and is like, "Yeah, that's right. Sure, that's all right. Oh, jeez. Thank you."
Now, is Jim actually standing or is he on the
uh,
ground?
he is he is on the ground, but
Okay,
he's like sitting up.
okay. I'll offer him my hand if he wants to get up.
Oh yeah, yeah, he'll
Yeah,
take it.
yeah, just like
All sense of bravado is kind of
yeah, just
gone.
like yeah. So if the fight's done, I'll go over and
Mm-mm,
investigate Celine, I think her name is.
mm-mm.
Renee, was it?
Serena.
Serena, okay. I knew there was a S and an N in there.
Yeah, mostly right. I'll pop
Um,
back into existence as well and kind of be like, is that it? Is everything okay? Ash, is she dead?
I don't know, I'm gonna check for a pulse.
Okay.
she is in fact dead.
What was she?
From the wings and the jawline and everything else, can I take a look at her? This is weird. Let me see them feet. They hooves?
um,
Like, is she like
She a,
succubus?
is she a
uh,
demon?
uh,
Is she a vampire?
she doesn't have hooves for feet, but you can roll a religion check to have a look at this individual. Charlie, you can jump in on that if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, I rolled 9. Well, Charlie, thanks.
Yeah, I'll have a look too. I'll
the
have a look too.
the matron of ravens doesn't really deal with this type of creature, and like the teachings that you have kind of gone over have been more about inward focused rather than like anything out.
Mm.
Charlie, for you, you look down at Serena, and you've heard the Morning Lord speak about succubi and
Yeah.
their ability to infect and corrupt the minds of weaker willed individuals. Um, to what end um, is whatever that succubi is planning. And obviously, this one was planning something. And it was planning by leaving Dawn Evans. As Craig walks up, he hands you a box and passes it to you. It's like, all right, now my boss is probably going to kill me, but this is the thing that brought them here. As he cracks it open, you see a silver cylinder that has embossed into it a symbol that has a hand sort of melting away. Um, as he looks at it, it's the boss is the only one who says that he should hold it, but I'm willing to let your better judgment ride on this one because if it was just me and Jim, we would have had the worst hand imaginable.
Yeah, I mean, she's a succubus. That's like infernal demonic stuff. Maybe we should look after this.
Now, can I use identify on this?
Uh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll burn a spell slot. Take a minute to identify it.
You cast Identify and you focus on this. This is this is a this is a substance that is able to be used in a sort of catalytic uh catalytic manner. Um it's something that can supercharge whatever it's sort of alloyed with.
Mm,
Um and it's substance that uh you don't know too much about the history of ghasts, but you know that where they came from, they use this substance a lot,
mm.
and that caused it to basically destroy their civilization. Um, to now, uh, the
Okay. Yeah.
surviving members
Yeah.
are here.
Yeah. So basically, on the one hand, he's like, this is incredibly dangerous. On the other hand, he's an artificer.
Hmm.
So it's
Yep.
just kind of like, yo, I wonder how much he wants for this.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I'd want to maybe pray over it, or maybe we can like find some sort of way to, keep it.
Now, is it what I want to know is it a solid material or is it like dust of some kind?
It's a solid canister.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You'd have to open it to find
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and something tells you that that's not the best plan.
way to do it.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I think we should keep this in our care for now and then turn it over to its rightful owner.
I agree.
Isn't Hudson the rightful owner? Technically,
Hector,
Hector.
Hector.
That's correct. Hector is the rightful owner. I don't mean to take it from him, but
I do have an alternate suggestion.
what would that be?
Pray tell.
There's a place where people go to get help in this place in this town. Uh, it's a night special. There's a fella by the name of Mr. K there, and
Oh,
Oh, Mr. K, we're acquainted with him.
I know if he was the one handling it, it'd be in safe hands.
Well,
I like
we
I like the
will
sound of that.
take that under advisement. I believe we should discuss this with among ourselves and then make a
Hector
decision.
and we should also discuss this with Hector and in terms of, we might have gotten rid of one threat, but that if people know that he's got it, better threat is to make sure that it's gone to somewhere
Yeah,
safer. Not that he needs to know that we know what it is, but
yeah, I like the sound
or
of
would
that.
you prefer that your boss think that we were all fuck ups on the job and then it got taken anyway?
I understand how that'd be problematic. So, sure, if you want to talk over with Hector, that's your business. Um,
Where's that sending stone?
I'll go get it. Sake of expediency, cut to the meeting with
Mm.
Hmm.
Hector, and So this is it. And he points to the to Serena on the ground. This is the thing that was coming to get me, or get my
Yeah.
property.
Yeah, well, she's a succubus. She can put people under her control and very, very dangerous, evil stuff.
Understandable. Well, thank you. Thank you for your help with that. It's that could have gone bad, you know.
So, in terms of what is right to do next, we were discussing as a group would be this unmentionable property was probably in case for any reason that she has any colleagues or any other allies that want to come back for it. We were thinking of moving the cargo. We're thinking of moving the cargo down to the night special to Mr. K. You would know exactly where it is. You know that it'd be there, and we know that it's in extremely safe hands. But we needed your permission before we just took it.
Mr. K. Yeah. He's a stand-up guy from what I've heard, and look, the Tonight Special has a reputation for not one place to be messed with. So I think you're right. And look, if it wasn't for you, that piece of property probably would have been stolen off of me anyway. So kind of makes sense that you'd be the ones to decide what goes on with it. All right.
Now, might I just say that those two boys of yours worked absolutely hard last night.
They did such a good job. We
They
couldn't have done it
deserve a
without them.
raise if you have that
Yeah.
ability. If not,
Really?
maybe, yeah, absolutely.
They were integral
100%.
to the defense of the place.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have done it without him.
They got along really well as well. Like great teamwork between the two.
I sensed a bit of a rivalry there, but I'm sure it's nothing that can't be sorted out.
All right. You're a good lot, you know that. All right. It's over to you. Take it.
Right.
Yep. And what was the name of that crime boss again?
Don Evans.
Don Evans.
Don Evans.
Would I know a way of like getting a message to Don Evans?
Uh,
What?
Would I know somebody who could get in contact with him?
potentially.
I
Okay.
would would Wayne know? Unfortunately, still. Would he because
Wayne
like
would
he got out of
probably know, but he probably wouldn't want to
yeah.
like
Mm.
open
Yeah.
those things.
Well,
open
who
those
would?
Yeah.
accounts.
Yeah, open those can of worms.
Do how would I like to do this? Do a history check for me.
History. Okay. 7. Probably not.
Yeah. Not directly, not from
Okay.
you,
It
but
doesn't need to be directly from me. Just like getting a message to him.
yeah, like more like you don't have any contacts that would lead towards him.
Okay.
But that is to say, who knows what will happen in future adventures. So
Oh yeah. Basically, I just wanted to Yeah, in that case, after the session, after the game, I think my character would, ask around and just like send him a message saying, "Hmm, your problem's been taken care of.
mm,
Shouldn't really let succubi run around the city."
uh yeah. I think uh you would receive a note in the sort of in the intermediate times
Mhm.
that would have nothing on it other than the writing, "Thank you for your service."
Yeah. Well, that's always fun.
Um, As that's the whole thing, you guys the uh, take the item to Mr. K.
Yeah, as we're
Mr.
turning back as
K.
well, I'll just be like, thank you both for kind of letting me tag along on this. I'm way out of my depth, and this was kind of fun, to be honest.
Well, sometimes, you don't know that best way to learn how to swim is to jump in the deep end.
Yeah, and even seeing like what Celine that succubus did to her control over people. I don't know, maybe people do have free will after all. I got a few things to think about.
Well, seems to me something like gods. It's no fun if they got control of everyone. All they can. It's much more interesting to just set people on their paths and then see what they do. There's no value in being a good person if you don't have a choice not to be.
Definitely something to think about. Well, I'm glad that my path at the moment is with the two of you. I'll say that.
Mm.
Oh, well, you know where I live and you know where I stay and you know where I train. You're more than welcome to pop in anytime. I mean, especially if you wanted to, you know, learn anything
That could be
from
handy.
us.
Yeah.
I would, I'd, I'd pull those punches so they wouldn't be so hard on you.
That's what I was
I,
worried about. Okay, great.
I might swing by there. I could use a little sparring practice now and then.
Yeah, well, you know me, you know my daddy now, so
Yeah, yeah. No, fair enough. So I'm going to assume business cards are a thing in this setting.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I gave one
So
out at the beginning
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Okay, so I I reach into my pocket and pull out a couple of business cards and hand one to each of them and say, "Well, you ever need anything repaired? I run a bit of a repair shop. I repair a bit of damn near anything. I like a challenge, so y'all can find me there."
Good to know.
And likewise, there's always a place at the church for you, or healing for you, or food for you guys. No, if you get down on your luck, or if anything happens.
I've survived in this city a good long time. I think I can take care of myself, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate the offer.
As you approach tonight's special,
Mm.
you see the sign is illuminating the street. You feel around you the ever present eye of the thugs and shadows of people who are taking interest in anyone who's presenting like they've got wealth or money.
Mm.
As you enter into the tonight's special, you see Mr. K is behind the bar, and he looks over at the three of you. He's like, "Well, I actually do have another job for you. Surprised you're back so soon. Most people wait a few days."
Oh, we're here to drop off something, and in terms of that, I guess problem that you had with rodents.
Oh, really? That's looks over at the package that you've got. Well,
We
Something from Hector to keep under wraps if you don't.
I understand. Uh, I'll keep it in my cigar collection. As he takes the case and looks at the three of you. You've done well. You've done good work for me, and I appreciate it. Um, Look, I do have. This is a favor to looking at this. I imagine it's a favor for a good reason. Um, but as I said, there's another job waiting here for you. So if you
good to know.
got some free time,
Well, I got nothing on.
If you two are in, I am.
Yeah, I'm up for a bit of fun. Might take you up on one of those free drinks first, though.
That sounds great.
First of many. As he starts to pour them out, that is where we will finish up session for tonight. And yeah, that is our session. So do we do a wrap up thing, Amy? At what is our protocol here for finishing this this recording? Awesome. Sweet. So let's start with above me, with our wonderful Rook. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah. So my character, me or my character.
Uh, about you yourself, your player.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So my name is Avery. I am an artificer in game and in real life. As you can see from how I'm dressed,
So
I
cool.
have a lot of cool shit in my house. Like,
Mm,
if you're in the Discord, I've posted a few things in the crafty stuff channel.
mm,
Um, yeah, so basically, I'm a Kiwi, but my dad's from the States. A few years back, I got back from living in New Orleans for 8 years. So I'm kind of drawing on that southern accent from personal experience.
mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I don't have quite as many tool proficiencies as my character does, but I've done like for several years I was do it as a sideline. I was making like steampunk industrial lighting. I've done leatherworking. Done a bunch of other stuff like currently working full time helping my dad fix up his house. Made furniture, all sorts of crazy shit.
Cool. Very cool. In fact, so rolling on clockwise over to the Ash, played by Chesh. How are you doing?
Oh, good, thanks. Yes, I'm Lisa, also known as Chesh. Much like Avery, I do a bit of crafting in my real life. I recently with July, end of last year, I graduated Toy Facati, doing costume construction.
Cool.
Um, Otherwise, I am just government person by day, normal time. And I do a lot of cosplay as well. And next time
Ish.
we catch up, my dogs will be here. Yes,
Drop your
I see.
Instagram because it's awesome.
My Instagram is as everything is on. I am on all social media. Is Chesh Liddle, CHESHLIDDLE. Next time you guys will catch me, I will have my wonderful two dogs, Ramus and Romulus, with me.
That's awesome.
Nice.
What else? Think that's pretty much it. I got noticed by Marisha Ray recently. She retweeted
Nice.
Hey,
my cosplay, and now it's over 1,000 likes on Twitter. So
hell yeah.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
I'll remember you when I'm famous.
Awesome. And last but not least of our wonderful players, we have Charlie, played by Jasher. How you doing?
Yeah, good guys. I was Jasher. This was a lot of fun. Um, Not much to share, but if you're watching this, I guess thank you so much for supporting Yes and this year. We really, really appreciate you guys. We've had a ton of fun. Um, I live in the small little town of Whangarei. I work as a marketing and digital content creator. But you can find me talk about Godzilla and Godzilla movies on my podcast, Podzilla. So check us out.
It's quite cool. And I guess that's me. So I was the DM for these three wonderful people today. It was a lot of fun to run this setting and thing that both Penny and I have created. There will be another warm up session where Penny is running the game, which I'm sure is going to be very good. And then either one of us is going to be running the actual slot for the SN charity. So this may be the last time that I get to run for you guys, but that is hopefully not the case, as we may end up in groups together in the future. So uh, thank you. in any case, I am Holtz on the internet. Dicey Holtz is my YouTube, and I do voice acting. I make comic dubs, and I run fortnightly a Pathfinder live play of the game Troubles in Otari. So that is a lot of fun with 4 iconic ladies, which is just an amazing game, and you should check it out. And you should also check out the Yes and charity live stream when it goes live in August, I believe. So,
Just
and
over a month.
just over a month. So, in any case, thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, we will catch you all next time. Bye.